treasures galore. Trading cards, rare finds, unlocked tales of all times. Jamborees, neat guides the way. Check brings joy of display. Throwback Shack with Chad and Jay. Find your past every day. Throwback Shack, let's rewind. Collectibles you'll find. Chad and Jay, find your past every day. Throwback Shack, let's rewind. Collectibles you'll find.
What is up?
Yo, yo, yo.
And welcome to TBS Throwback Shack.
TBS, I like it. Are we changing it? Is that
TBS?
Is that what's going
Well, I mean, you know, eventually. Go ahead.
No, I was saying, are we abbreviating? What are we doing? TBS. All right.
Well, it's TBS or Throwback Shack. But eventually, you know, I'm going to get sick and tired of saying Throwback Shack every single time.
Bro, I hope not. I hope the people don't get sick and tired of saying Throwback Shack every time.
No,
I want. Yeah. What are you saying?
And wasn't TBS kind of a wasn't it like a actual like TV station?
Oh
yeah, we can't. Yeah, we can't use. Can't use that. Everybody ignore that one. Sorry.
Let's start over. Hey, what's up, Throwback Shackers? We are here. We're doing our thing. Apparently, we return our broadcasting systems for a microsecond of time, and then we threw that away and we went back with this whole Throwback Shack.
It's not enough to sue, though. It's fine.
No. There was only mere seconds. We can actually cut that out in post production if we need to. But yeah, man, what's up, dude? We're here. We made it to another Tuesday. It seemed like they keep coming in succession,
really
one
fast.
after the other. Yeah. Yeah. What's up, man? I mean, did you have a good week? Is stuff going good? Like what's new? What's going on?
Yeah, man. The wife is doing way better with the online digital marketing stuff that she's working on.
Okay.
The kids are doing fantastic. Love
Sweet.
that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of video games that I've played recently. Some brand new ones, but like that doesn't really fit into this show, so like we're not going to really go into those too much.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, it's life's been good. What about you?
Yeah, I mean, it's been good as well. We're kind of still making the last minute preparations for the baby. I haven't really brought that up too much on the show, but yeah, that's basically what's going on here. This weekend we did the recording, the hangout with Nostalgic Gamer, which we'll get to in this episode. So if you're ready for that, we're going to get to that.
That was awesome.
But after we did that, I was commissioned to create a baby gate at the top of the stairs, which was a flawless victory for me, my man. Like I had all my cuts right the first time. I had exactly the right amount of boards that I needed the first time. I got my pre-drilling done, my drilling done. I didn't split any ends on this 1x4 that I was using. It was a flawless victory. I hung it and didn't have to pull anything down to be like, oh, I got to remeasure. Dude, it was a flawless victory for.
I seem like there's a fail showing up here somewhere.
No, I know.
No,
I lead into it. Yeah, but no.
So it was a flawless victory. It was good.
It was.
Excellent. Excellent.
I scorpioned the shit out of that thing, man.
I was really expecting some kind of like, and then I had to remove it all because something was wrong.
No, finally, you know,
Awesome.
in a while now, it's been a great story to tell you to get going. So that's good, man.
Heck yeah, man. Super happy about that for you.
Yeah, so I mean, the basic life is going on.
Is that why the drill is behind you and the general, you know?
Yeah.
Construction scene happening?
So I guess I busted myself. I'm really lazy, right? So nobody goes up and over here. So when I was done building the gate, I was just like, well, this drill will sit here for the next 6 months.
I got time to clean it up.
Dude, so we took on that note, we took down our Christmas decorations this year, and we took them down probably in, let's call it January, February, right? But we took
Okay.
them down and we put them on the dining room table because a lot of them we got to rewrap with like,
Mm.
the nick. You got to lovingly wrap
Yeah.
the knickknacks with
Yeah, the
bubble wrap.
paper and the cellophane and such. Yeah,
Yeah, so we
I
put them
get
on the
that.
table to stage it to do that. Okay, now this was
Mhm.
in January. We finally paid one of our teen daughters in May. In May to
Oh
get these
god.
decorations in the box.
Do you guys not generally have a lot of like family dinners and such, or
No,
no?
no,
Okay, so
no.
there was no need to clear off the table for many
We're
occasions.
listen.
Well,
We're a TV tray family. I grew up in a
yeah,
TV tray family.
I mean, I
I
was
mean,
there.
I know Andrew would much rather prefer us to eat at the table, but we're a TV tray family. And
Mhm.
that's the life I grew up in. So
Yeah.
eating at the table regularly was like a foreign thought to me. I thought it was
Mhm.
just holidays
That that could actually be something interesting to go into.
with a
You know.
therapist. Yes, I
Oh
totally
yeah,
agree
yeah,
with you.
yeah, yeah. Yeah. All right. BetterHelp. We're sponsored by BetterHelp.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, let's get into a little bit of stuff that went on Twitter this week. That's
Here's
that's
some.
that's kind of our main gig here when we first start out the show.
This is
I
one
don't
of my
know.
favorite parts.
Yeah, like to going through the feed, right? Because you don't
Well,
get a
yeah, because
chance to.
I don't get a chance to watch it very often because my job is very hands-on and time intensive, so I don't get a lot of chance to interact on the Twitter side of things.
Sure.
So,
Yeah. Well, I mean, I wouldn't say that mine isn't time intensive, but it's intense in spurts, right? Like it
mhm,
gets really intense and stressful for like maybe a day and a half, and then there's some time in between, So it's one of those things where I guess we're just kind of blessed that way to be able to have the dynamic you and I have for the
mhm,
show, and I can dedicate some time to this. But
it is very
uh,
helpful.
this first post that I was looking at, so this guy, I don't think we can play it. Maybe you can hear it. I don't know. Can you hear it?
I can't hear it.
Okay, then that's no good. They what they did is they customized the board to play the chiptunes version of Danger Zone on that
Which
afterburner.
hold on one second. Why don't you do that real quick? Maybe I can hear it then.
All right, hold on. Let me see. I
Got to
don't. I
toss
want
it on screen. Sorry,
to. Hold on.
it's there now. Oh, there we go. Now I can hear it. Yeah. Oh yeah, man. You got Top Gun playing all the way
Yeah, on your afterburner machine,
on
like,
Afterburner machine.
bro, that's pretty sick.
Yeah.
That's pretty sick. Yeah. So I saw that, loved it, had to post about it. Let's
I wonder
see.
how many video games you could actually control with like one of those old school like jet or motorcycle games. Did you do this? Like, I wonder if you could play Ninja Turtles on a game like that and just see how well you could actually play it. Because have you ever seen people play like old school games using technology that's like modern but not necessarily made for video games?
Yeah, yeah, I've seen some instances of that.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
just reminded me of that real quick.
We'd have to, we'd have to do our research, bro. Um, so check out. All right, so this guy, this is one of those ones. So in following some of the retro accounts that we follow and
Hmm.
interact with, horror is a big genre.
Hmm.
And of course, we like all these horror movies from the 80s and 90s as well. I mean, come
Yeah, it
on, like,
scared the shit out of me.
yeah, it's classic in our history and in our
Hmm.
making. This guy was posting about the cover of this, the Freddy in the cover of this not being authentic in his sweater. In his sweater. And like dude, I'm not laughing at it, but like because I'm a fan of things in certain ways like that as well. But holy shit. And I was like, that's why I had to ask the question. I'm like, does this bother you, right? Like for the layperson, I mean, it obviously no, right? It's Freddy on the cover of that game. But if you're a
In his
collector,
sweater.
right? But if you're a collector, maybe this sweater in particular is not the right sweater. It's not the right sweater
Are
for
the are the
Nightmare on
stripes
Elm
mixed
Street.
up or something like that? Or
I believe it's supposed to be no stripes initially on the
there's no
sweater.
way. Like that's
I listen. This is just look what the post said. I know they're telling me they thought this was
it's
better by
fuzzy.
using the
It's all right.
original poster art. It's not even a promo image from the right movie. So maybe it's just the image itself. But either which way, there was a problem with
You gotta look
this,
that shit up.
and it's like I like I said, I'm not clowning at all. It's just one of those things where like when you're a fan, right? When you're a super fan of something,
Mm.
you know that thing inside out, backwards, forwards.
I would imagine so, but every single thing that I look up right now, just in images of Freddy Krueger, it
Right.
is a gray and red sweater. Now, the thing that I will notice right now is it may look like the stripes are like juxta or different. Like they're like slightly like
Okay.
they're just switched. So like
Yeah,
it
I
looks
mean
like it looks like
that
the
can be the
red is
thing
on
with like
top and the gray next and the red is on top. But I mean, I don't even know about that. I think that's even just
you would have to know that, like I said, you'd have to know the movie
yeah,
well, right? If you're one of the folks that knows that movie well, well
mhm,
then obviously, you see the problems in those. So
yeah.
it's just one of those things that I thought was interesting,
Mhm.
and I wanted to pose that to the group. Um, and let's see what else we got here. Let's get to some more. Retro Relics, that's my VHS hookup.
Oh, that Mickey
He
Mantle right there too.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, dude. I mean, obviously it's sold, but I mean, I wonder what that's sold for. This is at Nationals
Hmm.
this week. So he was out there doing the card thing. And then Andy from Retro Gaming Man posted the TNC Surf game. And that is one of
That
those
game is
games.
awesome.
Yeah, it is an awesome game. It's one of those games I liked a whole lot. It's one of the ones that frustrated me more than anything in the
Mhm.
world.
The surfing,
The
especially.
surfing, man. I still like to this day. I jumped on there probably, let's call it a month ago,
Mhm.
and I did all right. And the skateboarding, I did okay. But the surfing, man, I still can't do it. I've even watched videos on this shit,
There was a
and I
period of time that I figured it out, but it's still like I mean, I could not go back into it right now and figure out how to play it.
no, you're done. You're
Skateboarding, yes, I can easily do that, but
Yeah, and the skateboarding was fun. Like I even got to the
mhm.
point to where I was like hitting the oil slicks so I could spin my board while I
Yeah,
was still going.
yeah.
Like so great game, great memories when he posted that. I had to repost that. I thought this was pretty cool. Let me do this.
Yeah. It's like turtle shells hitting
And there you go.
ballistics
You
shell.
see us launch a shell at other stuff.
Bro,
Whoa!
that's real life, man.
Holy crap!
That's really what would happen to Mario. So, yeah, I had to post that one. Real live turtle shell blasting.
Yeah, it's
That's
great.
pretty dope.
Deadpool news.
Somebody put well, no, this is actually somebody put together this stop animation. Um, but I thought it was cool. Of course, we
I'm not a
post.
big Deadpool fan. Are you a big Deadpool fan or?
So here's how it goes for me. Deadpool was in my mind when I encountered Deadpool first was
Mhm.
in X Force #1.
Okay.
And it's only because my journey into comics didn't really start too much before that. We had David and Danny in the neighborhood, if
Yeah.
you remember
Oh
them.
yeah. Oh yeah.
David was a comic collector, so that's kind of where
Mhm.
that started for me. So I got to the game late, but I also am the kind of guy that I like to start from the beginning of a story.
Yeah.
So like Spawn 1 was a big series. Spawn was a big series for me
Mhm.
because I started that from the beginning.
Yeah.
X Force was another one that I
Yeah.
was able
Anything
to
from
start
Image
from the beginning.
Comics. You were on the ground floor of like all the Image Comic stuff too.
Oh yeah, I loved it, man. And so, that's where I kind of met X Force was where I kind of met
Mhm.
Deadpool. Not to say that I didn't see him in X-Men before that, but mostly that's what I remember. And he was a weirdo even in the comic, man. Like he was kind of a weirdo. And so
Yeah.
um I like the character because I think the character's funny.
Mhm.
He's brash. He's kind of a persona that
Of course. Yeah.
you could take on, especially if you do radio and things like that. So
Well,
for
and
me,
also somebody who was able to break the fourth wall, which no comic book character before him or even really after him has been able to do in terms of engaging the audience directly from the media that he's being presented in. So like he can actually like deadpan to the camera and say something to the audience and then go back into being in the universe that he's in by
yeah,
breaking the fourth wall.
right.
Which is that thing, you're not supposed to break the wall that's in front of the camera or in front of the audience, but he's like
And
one of the only
until you
cameras.
do,
And so you
like,
do. Like
and it's
he can
genius.
do that, and it is genius. Like for a character to be able to do that, and also just be so funny all the time.
Right. Yeah, and I mean, I think that they cast that perfectly. So
Yeah, yeah.
yes,
Ryan
are there
Reynolds
some
is amazing
elements
for him.
of Deadpool that I really like? Absolutely, there is.
Mhm.
Is there some weirdness where I'm just like, okay, yeah, I can take that or leave it. Yeah,
like
of
like
course.
the butt controller. It's
Yeah,
a
I
little
mean, I
weird.
don't
Yeah.
need a Deadpool butt controller. I don't need that. I don't need a Wolverine butt controller. Like I
So
don't.
like, what would be your favorite like fighting game? Thought experiment. Just running you down this real quick. What would be like your favorite fighting game that like you would not be able to turn down to play somebody if they challenged you?
I mean, it would have to be Street Fighter 2, right?
Okay, Street Fighter 2. You're at somebody's house. It's like a New Year's Eve party, right?
Yeah,
You go there. There's a guy talking
in the
shit,
corner.
loudmouth in the corner, and he says, Nobody here can beat me in Street Fighter 2. You hear that. In your mind, you're accepting the challenge. He picks up his controller and he hands you the Deadpool butt controller. Are you playing with it to beat him? Or
Yeah,
are
of
you
course.
refusing
No,
downright?
no, of course
Okay.
I'm playing with the controller. I mean, no, that's silliness. Do I need to buy the controller and own it for my own? No, I don't fucking need a butt controller in my collection. Like,
That's
but if
true.
that's all dude has, and I need to whoop ass with the butt controller, I need to whoop ass with ass.
Yeah. Then you got the ass right there.
I'm whooping ass, dude.
Okay.
I'm taking the opportunity. What about? I
Mhm.
mean, you would do the same, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm
All
not
right.
afraid of using an ass controller.
Yeah. Somehow I really do believe that. I think that that's um
Be
I thought
cooler if you did.
this was
That
pretty
was
cool.
awesome. Yeah, I
Yeah.
saw that. Yeah.
Queen takes bishop. That's pretty sweet.
Mm.
Dude, this guy right here. 135,000 total Griffey cards. Now you remember back a couple episodes we were talking about a super collector,
Mhm.
and I was like, "Oh, well, I know guys that do multiples of that card." I don't know how many Ken Griffey Jr. cards there are to begin
Mhm.
with, but I have to imagine that number is far less than 135,000. So I'm thinking, dude has quite a
Junk wax.
few of the same cards. Yeah, sure, a lot of junk wax. I mean, that's just the time
Mhm.
Griffey came from. But
Yeah.
good God, dude! Like, can you imagine? I mean, there would have to be quite a few of that same card.
That would be an interesting metric to come up with and see if there is a number or an average number of cards that a particular player has, even like superstars.
I mean, it seems Googleable, and we can definitely look into that. I mean, I'm
We don't
sure
do
that
that
there's
shit. Who Googles
no,
things?
not live. I mean,
Jamie,
we
Jamie,
don't
get
got
us that number real quick.
we don't got time for that
He's gonna
shit.
come back with it. Don't worry about it. He'll get it to me.
It looked like somebody at Comic Con caught these some new killer tomatoes that are coming
Oh,
out.
nice, dude.
The Mad Balls, man, like we had those. We
Hmm.
had the Mad Balls.
Yeah,
And
we did.
they were so great, dude. I don't know what ended up happening to those. They must have
There's.
just gone along the wayside over the years.
Hmm.
But I wanted to go and grab some, right? So when I build my game and collectible room, I want to have little just elements all over. I don't want to have any one collection kind of outshadow another. I want to just have elements of everything all over the place. And Mad Balls, that was one of those elements. And
Oh yeah,
I even went back to look for the tomatoes. Dude, these are like 40, 50, up into the hundreds of dollars to buy.
that's
Um,
incredible.
the old ones.
Hmm.
It's nuts. So maybe I'll get these. I don't know.
Yeah, I see some of the classic ones that I remember from our childhood. The eyeball.
Yes,
Uh, yeah. The other ones are really kind of hard to describe because like it's like, oh, dude with stitch face and eyeball, but like that's a bunch of them
dude with
actually. So
stitch face.
like, that's a mummy one. There's
Oh
a cyclops with the cyclops one is the one I remember the most. Like he's got like a magenta skin and the little horn on top.
yes, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah, they were super cool, man. And like I said, they must have just got ate up along the way, and thrown
Mhm.
out. But gosh, like you don't think about that, right? Like when you're a
No.
kid and you're playing with this stuff, like it's just something that's really cool. And then next thing you know, you're 40 and somebody's like, "Hey, man, I'll give you $1,000 for that." It's like, what? Like it's a foam ball, bro.
Sure. Well, it goes into what is going to happen with our children and the toys they're playing with now. This is all cyclical, it's all going to recycle again. So like even at this point right now, it could be finding toys that are innocuous or meaningless to us right now, but are
Yes.
going to be huge things for our kids when they grow up and could be, fiscally beneficial to
Sound,
them. Yeah.
a fiscally sound investment.
Now pops, I don't see that. I see that as a modern day, I want to collect something. I collect that. I
Yeah,
don't
well,
see that as
fuck
being
you too,
a,
man.
well, I mean, look,
I have pops. I like
I know.
pops.
Well, no, I have no hate on pops. I think they're awesome. I would collect a few myself too. I just don't see them as being like anything fiscally beneficial down in the future. And this could be an argument that we could have like later on. Not even an argument, but like some kind of debate.
Yeah, I
Uh,
think. Well, here's the deal, man. Some of them will be, and some of them won't be,
mm,
and that's my story and take with just about everything.
sure.
Some things will be, some things won't
Mhm.
be, and hopefully you guessed right, and hopefully you kept it in mint condition, whatever the case may be. But did you see this news right here? This,
I did. I saw the video of it too.
yeah, it's I So for me, this doesn't work. My
Mhm.
mind can't do this with this character. I can't. Robert Downey Jr. is a great actor. Don't get me
Mhm.
wrong.
He is, yeah.
Dude, done some good stuff. But
Mhm.
he is now Iron Man to me.
Yeah.
Iron Man is dead, and now we're going to introduce this new Fantastic Four Doom type situation. That's great, but that can't be Robert Downey Jr. Now, how do you feel about that? Just that
I
portion of the argument.
I feel if they leave him masked, it is totally fine.
If
If
they
they
leave him,
unmask him and it's Robert Downey Jr., huge problem.
hey, actually, dude, pull your mic back a little bit.
Oh,
As far
sorry.
as volume, yeah, just a little bit. It's
Um,
just popping loud. Um,
I'll try to do it from my source instead
no,
of
it's
the
cool.
the app here.
Face wise, so if he keeps the
Better,
mask
better,
on,
better.
yes, yeah,
Okay.
you're good. Face wise, so if as long as he keeps the mask on, you're saying you're good.
Yeah, because I can suspend, belief that this is a different person. Especially if he uses a different voice. I'm not really sure how good of a voice actor Robert Downey Jr. is. So, like, hopefully, there's something that he can get beyond, so that I don't see it as the character. Because like, look at Glenn Close and her playing that pirate that got put in the boo box and Hook.
Okay, right.
Did you know that was Glenn Close? Did you think it was a woman when you watched that?
No, not
Yeah,
at all.
even the voice she used.
Right.
Like, no.
So your
You thought it
argument here is if Robert Downey Jr. keeps the mask on and is able to disguise his voice on some level, it's going to be fine.
perfectly fine, because what does it matter who's behind the mask?
Okay, I can get behind that. If
Mhm.
the mask is removed in any way, shape, or form, or there's an origin story
I'm out.
where we see his real face, yeah, I'm
I'm
definitely
out.
out.
I'm out.
Somebody else had a really neat idea that I read somewhere, and they were talking about how if they turned this into a multiverse, and somehow in this other multiverse dimension, Robert Downey Jr. is not Iron Man, he is Doom. And I thought about, okay, if they if writing that they're able to pull that off,
Mhm.
I could go with that as well.
But not Robert Downey Jr. Like, we're talking about if Tony Stark somehow became,
Whoa.
in an alternate universe, became Doctor Doom, as opposed to the Tony Stark that we know in Iron Man, right? Like, not just like this
Yes.
actor
Yeah,
that we played. So
yes.
if
That's
Tony
exactly
Stark,
right.
yeah, was
Yeah.
changed, like all of a sudden he was not a billionaire or multi-billionaire anymore, and like his decisions had led him to become Doom, who I'd imagine is also, I mean, he's a doctor, and like, probably not poor,
Yeah.
so also very intelligent, also very rich. It's
No.
it's kind of it's kind of hard to be a poor superhero, really. I mean, or
Yeah.
supervillain.
No, I agree. You got to have the money to have all the toys and the gadgets and the fun, right?
Yeah,
So
especially supervillains too. Like,
yeah.
you stole all of that.
Yeah, no, totally. It
Mhm.
makes perfect sense. Let's see. Love
I like
the
that. Yeah.
Retro Tech USA dude. I love dude. He just is killing it with the CRT TVs. He fixes and
Mhm.
repairs CRT TVs. So that's
That's
just
awesome.
yeah, an awesome service. This was a really cool picture.
It is, with the Nintendo cartridges going up at that angle right there.
Yeah, well, and then you got the skull on the top in the
Yeah, it
background.
looks like an elevator shaft, but made out of. And then it was at Mega Man 2 right there too.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
then
and
that's funny.
Contra.
It's funny that that's your perception of it, right? Like
Mhm.
I could see where you're saying that now. I didn't even think about it like that. My thought was like it was this gameway tunnel into the TV of Doom, like
Now I
right,
see
like
it almost like an upward angle. It's going up.
I think that it's all perception. Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, I think that this is definitely perception. That's really cool that you thought about that, though. I didn't see it that way. So neat, right?
people,
Neat, bro, brother,
people,
brother.
yeah, brother, brother. We gotta have Paul record that so we can like toss that on the soundbite and go, brother, brother.
Well, I think the reasoning behind it. We'll get to that here in
Mhm.
just a minute. The reasoning behind why we need to do that. We'll let everybody in on that. But yeah, I think Paul does need to do that. Dude, this meme right here absolutely crushed it for me. This was this.
What do you mean, you people?
Oh, bro, this one right here, like this one won. It won the month of July, in my opinion.
Oh God,
It
it's
may
so
have
good.
it may have won the
It's
year.
so good.
Tell me, is there a more perfect meme? Like
No,
after hearing the news, like is there a more perfect fucking meme?
oh
He's
my
just a
God.
dude dressed like a dude playing another
Play
dude, man.
another dude.
So I don't know like where that
Oh my
came
god.
from, but that is probably my favorite meme of
Yeah, it's so good.
2024. It's perfect, man. Like,
Wow.
wow, it's perfect. This I can't really explain too much.
It's Michael Douglas in the movie. What is the movie called? Do you
Falling
know?
down, falling
Falling
down.
Down.
Yeah.
That's
And
right.
there's a reason why I posted that that'll remain a mystery for
Mhm.
ages. You know the reason, but someday I hope to share that because it's actually a pretty crazy fucking story at this point. Let's just put it this way: a whole town may hate me. That's all I can say. A whole town.
Mhm.
Um, and then we're the reason for the name of the episode, "Scammers Be Scamming." This was kind of today. I posted this, or actually,
Which one is it?
yeah,
This one?
yesterday.
Was
This
it
one right.
fucking Andrew Tate? Who's that?
No, Shine 150. I don't know. He's some kind of famous collector. I don't follow famous
Okay.
collectors. Sorry, folks. If you know who it is, great. If you don't, fucking whatever.
I don't follow bald people, so
I mean, they're scary. They're a little scary.
yeah.
Um, but this guy went and dropped 80 grand on a couple of these boxes and starts to rip into them only to find out they've been tampered with, right? So $80 basically out the window, or $80,000 out the
Mhm.
window. Now, of course, dude's on his private jet with his homeboys, which he probably rented. But either which way, if he owns it or not, I'm sure the 80 grand
Yeah, I mean, you got to keep the grift up.
it didn't hurt him, maybe, as far as we know. But dude, can you imagine spending that kind of money? I don't know what that number would be for you. I would think maybe like let's call it even 5 or 10 grand, only to find out that what I bought for 5 or 10 grand was fake. Like, jeez,
It'd be like $200 for me, bro. If I spent $200 on something that was fake, I
that
don't know
was
if I can. I don't know if I can recover this financially.
are you you're the Tiger King?
Yeah, like, I don't know. I don't know if I'll ever be able to recover this from this
Oh my
financially.
god.
There's no way.
You're blaming the woman. What was her name? What was the lady's name?
Carol,
Carol Baskins.
Carol Baskins, that bitch.
That's probably who got this guy, was Carol Baskins. And then let's see. I talked
He's
more about the.
he's my favorite attempted murderer of all time. Is the Tiger King?
Yeah, of course. How can you not love that guy
Yeah,
and all the things he tried to do
sure.
for the world? I saw a tiger and it saw me, dude. Have you ever seen the videos? Have you seen
Yes,
them?
I have. Yeah,
Okay, okay.
like his music videos with his lovers and stuff. Oh, it's so good, dude.
Or with the tigers. Period. It's oh my god. All right, hold on.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah,
we're
amazing.
doing that. We're doing that. We're doing it
We're
right
taking
now. We're doing
taking a
it
small
live.
break. Tiger King break.
We're doing it live. Give me a
Fuck it, we're
minute.
doing it live.
Yeah, we're doing it live. Tiger King, I saw a tiger. Okay, let me get this queued up. This is probably the greatest song ever.
I saw a tiger.
Okay.
That saw me.
Bro, it's so. Oh my god, it's so bad. Stop sharing.
Oh
Hold
my
on.
god.
Let me present this. All right, we got, dude. I'm sorry, I got to do it. I got to do it for everybody. If you have not seen this, you're welcome. If you have seen this, bear with me. It's my damn show, and I
Yeah,
can
not
do whatever
Tiger
the
with you,
fuck I
but bear
want.
with you.
All right, let me turn it
Bad
down
joke.
here.
Sorry, guys.
All right, here we go. Oh yeah.
I saw a tiger.
Tell all the hunters
Kill all the hunters.
down their gun.
His like lover is a hunter.
Tell them that the tiger
I love the
been
the handcuff belt.
let 'em run
It's the best.
jungle.
Yeah, this guy's swag is
Let
fucking
'em
phenomenal.
roam their land. Then stand back and marvel.
It's the best song ever created.
What a beautiful cat.
And he's not even singing. That has to be somebody else.
I saw a tiger. Now I understand.
I saw a tiger, and the tiger saw a man.
Doesn't even remember. Doesn't even rhyme.
Safe and warm.
Oh my god.
God wants to
Those
fan
pants.
me.
All right, I gotta stop the madness. Yeah, I gotta stop the madness.
And it's all Siberian tigers too, which is kind of strange.
Yeah, well. Look, the Tiger King was a fucking weirdo. I mean, I think we can pretty
Yeah,
much say
yeah.
that with extreme confidence.
Without being offensive either. Like he was just
yeah,
he was a weirdo. Like
no, it's true. It was true. He's a strange guy, Ace. He's a strange guy.
may or may not have paid somebody to murder somebody else.
Carol Baskins.
That person may or may not have tried to murder their own husband.
Yeah, it's a strange story. We need more.
It is.
I'm gonna talk to
He's in prison.
Dream Kid. This is somebody who I follow. Love their music. They do synthwave stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and it is phenomenal, man.
I looked them up earlier. I liked it a lot.
Mackenzie likes this guy's work a lot as well, and I like it as well. So I mean, yeah, we're gonna try to maybe get a musician on because we haven't spoken to any musicians, and I think in the collector world, that's a different thing, right? Like to be able to completely vibe musically with what we do. It's a very small niche. It's big,
yeah.
but it's small. In comparison to country or rap or all these other things. So yeah, that's a goal right now. I want to see if he'll come on with us. That'd be cool. This is I gotta post Ricky Henderson when I see him. Oh man, I'm watching this series off and on HBO. It's about Pete Rose. Dude is an animal. I don't know what you know about Pete Rose other than we all know he bet on baseball, right? But
well, he bet against his own team.
No, it was never bet against the team
for his own team. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And
to me that's okay. Like if you bet that you're gonna win, yeah, like hell yeah, go for it, bro. Like bet that you can win.
Yeah.
Like, get out there and do it. Like that means that there's like you need to get out there and play.
There's so many strange angles to the story between what he says, what others say. It's crazy. So it's a good little doc. I guess
Charlie Hustle.
A movie-mentary. And then I had to post Skywalker from our 96 collectibles.
Yeah, pantsless Skywalker.
Bro, he's not pantsless, but look how jacked he is. Like, holy crap, man. Like
he's got some upper body. He's not like a little child like that he was like in the movies.
No, the Vader figure is just as jacked. Like, dude,
but I want to go to Tashi Station to pick up some power converters. Fuck you, Uncle Owen.
Yeah, if he would have been like on the roids, like
I'm going anyways.
It's a classic. And then obviously this is a great little comic click, dude.
Do not toot it. Fool! Dr. Doom toots as he pleases.
So I'm gonna start saying that when I cut the cheese here at the house.
Fool!
Daddy toots as he pleases.
Daddy toots as he pleases.
Oh, bro, this is so good. Nostalgic Gamer, who we're talking to here, actually shortly. He played this one. This was freaking.
Oh yeah,
awesome.
I remember Chemical Zone.
Dude, but it fits so well, bro.
With the purple water and everything. Chemical Zone.
But look at him dancing, dude. It fits the music so good, bro.
I love you get the whip it pony going on, like Soul Train. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, classic. So that had.
There should have been one of those with white people where we just made fun of how they dance.
It's called MTV. It was on for a number of years.
It's called Dancing with the Stars, and we already have it.
We already have that. Some cool comic cards, obviously. Okay, dude, how about this? I guess in the movie, and spoiler alert for anybody who hasn't seen it, I haven't either, but I don't care if I get spoiled or not. That's Cavill, man. Henry Cavill, Superman of DC.
Yeah.
And
big time collector.
I mean, look, this is crazy, the comment that Deadpool makes in this, but I'm going to actually blow this up and we'll play it real quick. Okay, hold on. Here we go. Listen to him.
Yeah, we're talking. Oh, yeah. That's a whole goddamn package right there. From behind, you look a little bit like Henry. Oh my fuck! The cavalry.
The cavalry.
And may I say, sir, on behalf of all humanity, this just feels right. We will treat you so much better than those shitbucks down the street you were just leaving.
Bro, we will treat you so much better than that shitbox down the street. Like, it's a stab at DC, man. It's a complete and utter jab at DC.
Oh, and also maybe what was happening with The Witcher as well.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. My dog is going
because he got out of the Witcher whole thing. But yeah, he's a big time Warhammer guy. I don't know if you knew that at all.
No, I didn't. No.
Like one of his favorite things to do is like buy these miniatures and paint them. Like that's what he does, and like he's a big time gamer as well. Like, I think for like the Superman auditions, he was running late because he couldn't get off the computer because he was like playing video games.
I think I'd heard
And like,
something like that
yeah,
before.
and like he's like,
Yeah.
oh shit, I gotta go. Like, but he was like sitting there just playing fucking video games. But yeah, he's also really big into like old school Warhammer and collecting the minis and painting them. That's one of his biggest passions in life. Your voice is gone.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can you hear me?
Oh, there we
Yeah.
go. Yeah, I can now. Yeah.
I think what we need to do is let's get into this hangout.
Yeah.
Folks, we've been kind of teasing it all week. We had to
Mhm.
go all the way across the pond to get this hangout in. We had to visit bloody old England.
Foggy London town.
Yeah, of something of that nature. Talk to our boy Brian, Nostalgic Gamer. He's got a really, really, really cool brand, man. It's obviously all of the things that we do and aspire to do, but also, I mean, they're all, of course, his own, and he's been killing the game. I mean, guy's got almost 61,000 followers. He knows what he's doing. People seem to like his brand a lot. I love his brand. You like it. I think we're gonna do stuff with him in the future. Right, we talked about
We did.
yeah, getting together, maybe doing some cross the pond gameplay. Also definitely showing each other like some sitcoms that we missed out on, like we didn't see from over there, and a lot
Yeah, all
of
kinds of IP that like we just didn't get here or they didn't get there. There's a lot of stuff, so it's going to be really interesting to show folks of this, who want to see that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I think so, because right in the end, like it's neat to kind of find out stuff that you might have missed out on, and it's also neat to like be able to show somebody, hey, check this out, you might actually like this. So
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that. But without further ado, do you have the actual hangout queued up, or do you need me to do that?
Could you do that? Because I have
Yeah, I can do
I
that.
don't have that. I don't have the queued up.
Just give me a moment. I can do
I
that
have
here.
the movie queued up. I don't have that queued up.
Okay, let me get that real quick. Okay, hold that thought. Almost there. Sorry, folks. You got to deal with it. You just got to deal with it sometimes, you know? You just got to deal with it.
What is up, everybody, and welcome to Throwback Shack Collectibles. I'm Chet Malarkey, and I'm here with Jay Bleasy, and today we are going to be interviewing Nostalgic Gamer. Welcome to the show.
Or Brian, right? Brian,
Brian.
is
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my real name.
we just
Didn't wanna
doxed him.
dox you. Yeah, just didn't want to dox you. If you didn't want to go back up. As we've said before, my name's not Chet Malarkey, so like we don't
Are you
go by other
Are you
names.
kidding me? My birth name is Jay Bleasy. When I came out of the
It's on
vaginal
his birth
canal,
record.
it's on
Yeah.
there. But anyway, Brian, what we've got you here for is we want to know a whole lot more about you. What you and your co-workers or cohorts or co-producers, what you guys actually do. It seems like you've got a lot going on, and we love to talk to people who've got a lot going on. So take it away,
Yeah.
man.
Okay, well, so we're talking about the whole Nostalgic Gamer Twitter thing?
Sure, we can
Yeah,
start
yeah.
there.
Let's
Yeah.
start
I mean,
there.
that's just me. That's,
Yeah, that's
yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all I do. If you mean sort of like the Controller Nerds website, that's something sort of very, very separate. I do with a couple of friends of mine.
okay.
We put reviews out, but the main thing I do is just the whole Nostalgic Gamer thing on Twitter, and that's it's pretty much just for fun, really.
Yeah, well, I mean, the reason I think I'd followed you first, and then you kind of had followed me back at some point, and I was really kind of blown away because the number of followers you have on Twitter for just nostalgia. I mean, it's such a super small niche.
It is,
because
yeah.
we're only covering a couple decades here of the stuff that you and I both kind of like, and so I mean, it's super niche down, but somewhere in the 61,000 almost followers. And I think I reached out to you, and I'm like, dude, how did how did you do that? So I mean, I guess maybe that's the question: is like, when did this start?
Sure.
How did this become such a big thing for you?
Sure. I mean, the great thing about nostalgia is the more time goes on, the more nostalgia there is. So it's only going to grow.
That's
That's
true.
that's the way I see it. I mean, nostalgia for ourselves is going to mean something different to somebody born in say 99, for instance, they'll have their modern warfares that they'll be nostalgic about. Well, we're nostalgic about Donkey Kong and things like that. So it's just a growing thing. So how Twitter came about, how I did it, it was kind of a revenge thing. I used to now hear me out.
I'm with that. No, I'm with that. Go ahead. Keep going.
I used to co-run a Facebook page, which will remain nameless.
Name it.
No. It's I can't, because unfortunately the owner has since passed, so I don't want to.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
My bad.
No, not at all. But we ran that. We ran that, and you know, with my help, we got it from like 15,000 followers or likes, as it is over there. Brought it up to 23,000. It got to a point where the dynamic was changing. He ended up booting me off the page, basically. Just got rid of me, because I disagreed with what was going on, the direction it was taking. He was kind of using it. So he was like a t-shirt designer as well, and he was using this following that I'd helped sort of like grow to sell his stuff. And that's not what I was about. I was there for the memories and things like that. And we had a bit of a fallout, so he booted me off.
That's understandable.
Yeah. So 8 years ago, I started the Twitter page and didn't really think anything of it, and then it started getting a little bit of attention. And it's just kind of like grown ever since. I think it was about 3 years ago, I was hovering around 23 to 25K. But the last 3 years, it's just really sort of kicked off to almost double that. Do
you think the pandemic had anything to play with some of that explosion, or more people at home, more people just able to like have time to sit there and watch? Or?
Possibly. I mean, there was a big retro boom. Thanks to the pandemic. It happened at the same time.
Thank you, pandemic.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody.
Sorry, man.
That's dark.
All right, we can edit all that.
No, keep it. That's cool.
Yeah.
I think going back to that, in hindsight, probably does. It has had a positive effect, and I did change things up. I change things up very, very regularly in what I do on there, just to see what's. I don't want to be. It sounds just really silly. I don't want to be the popular one. I don't want to post the popular stuff all the time. I want to show all the hidden stuff, and you know, this stuff doesn't get all that much attention, but I want people to see things that they may not have come across in their youth. And you know, everyone can post about Mario and Sonic and Zelda, and you've seen them all before. And I've always wanted to be that little bit different and bring something different to people. And it must have worked, because it's a big account.
No shit. It definitely worked. I think the way you've gone with it, the direction you've taken it. One of the things that I like to do with ours is I try to every once in a while I'll try to just go to the profile and I'll just scroll. And I'll take a look at what it is I've reposted. I love to repost because I want a commentary on somebody else's. And I want to give them the credit for the idea they came up with. So I really like to repost quite a bit, especially with stuff like yours and other folks' accounts. So, you know, but I like to scroll through there and take a look. And honestly, one of the biggest things for me is it visually pleasing? Like, my brand is a nostalgic brand, but does it fit? Like, do the things that I post, does it look all right? Does the colors look all right? Like, you've got that great Sonic background right now, right? So visually, it's just super appealing to watch your camera screen right now. And I want my page to kind of flow that same way. And oftentimes, like you said, it takes me away from just posting the same thing, because I don't want to scroll more than once or twice and see 2 or 3 posts on the same damn thing. I don't want to see Mario's fucking face all day long. Like I want to have some other elements there. You know, maybe I want to see Michael Jackson from that time frame, or maybe I want to talk about Star Wars, or maybe I want a glowworm to appear that you haven't seen in 30 years. You know, something like that.
Oh yeah,
absolutely that. I mean, I think that's what's good about. I mean, I don't know if you could call what I do a brand. I guess it is.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
To the size of it. But what I do, it started out just sticking to games, and I thought, you know, movies, music, you know, things like that. So these are elements I've started bringing in probably in the last few years as well. I mean, a big thing of mine, my bread and butter, so to speak, on on the page is, the anniversaries. Such and such was released on this day 500 million years ago, and things like that. And bringing in popular movies, Predator, Terminator, things like that. I love making people feel old, and they love it too. They do love it. They may not say it, but they love it too.
But I think our old, I don't know, maybe I'm biased, but I don't think any of us here in this video chat right now look 40 plus, man. Like I remember 40 plus. I've even watched some of the movies from our time, and I'm like, damn, that dude's 30 because he looks 55, 60.
You collect baseball cards. You collect baseball cards. You can go back and look at these guys. They look like they're 50 years old, and they're like 25 playing baseball.
Yeah, so I think we're the face of the new 40. So I'm old, 100%. But I'm not that old. But you're right. Like I think you're totally right about the process. There's so much to see and so much that we all remember, and one little picture can trigger like this whole memory experience of where I was, what it smelled like, what it felt like, all of those things.
Exactly that, and it's the memories that people have forgotten about as well. The amount of times I read all the comments. Most times, if I get a tweet that's blown up, then I'm not reading like 5,000. I'll do my best to like everyone. I can't reply to everything, but seeing people saying, "Oh, oh my god, core memory unlocked," my job's done.
Yeah,
exactly right.
If I've evoked something that they completely forgotten about, and that person's smiling, I'm happy.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the whole essence of nostalgia, period, for any time frame. Let me ask you this. So add an account with that type of followership and size. I don't want you to get too personal with it or whatnot, but is this a monetized type thing? Are you making money from Twitter for an account that size, or is this still just kind of fun and games and part-time, or what's the deal?
It's always fun and games. That's what it is basically.
That's what it should be.
Yes.
In recent months, say probably 9 months ago, Twitter got in touch and they was like, "Hey, you can monetize your account with advertising." So I have done, but it hasn't changed what I do with the account. I still post the unpopular stuff because the advertising goes on the popular stuff, and you earn better from that. But I haven't changed. I still don't post the overly popular stuff.
Sure.
I've still always stuck to what I've done. I could earn a lot more money from it, but that's not what I'm about. At the end of the day, it's kind of free money to me because I'm just doing what I normally do.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the most important thing in the world. The only reason I bring it up is because I know that people oftentimes that's a big question for them is what can I really do with this? Is there something I could do with it beyond? Can I make this my life? Maybe and I know that for us, it's a labor of love right now. We're definitely doing because we love it. We get to spend time with each other as brothers, reminisce. So for us, it's definitely a labor of love. But I've just wondered, looking at an account with that size, what are the possibilities? And I think you kind of spelled that out.
Yeah, I mean, I see other accounts. People run their accounts in different ways, and when they realize sometimes that they can make money from it, then they change the dynamic to fit with the algorithm. It's not me. Absolutely not me. I see people with the subscribe little logo at the top of their accounts, and buy me a coffee, blah 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 blah. No disrespect to all them. They do their own thing. That's not how I work. I've got my advertising, which is paid by Twitter through the American tax system into my English bank account. So it's all legit.
Oh, whatever. Hey, we still have 4th of July, buddy. We still have 4th of July.
We're in a paying for that tax stamp anyways.
But I've never once asked for anything. That's not what I'm about.
So I have a question about the kind of internationality of what you do in terms of you have a nostalgia group and you're on a platform like X or Twitter, and your customer base or your involvement base is going to be international. Are there anything, or is there anything that's in terms of retro for you in England that isn't necessarily retro for Americans or anything like that? Like Doctor Who isn't a huge thing over here.
Yeah.
So like asking any American who their favorite Doctor is.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
I
I can
get
say
that.
David Tennant because like I just like David Tennant. You know? So,
Yeah,
like,
that's fair.
that's where I'm at. You know, but like I don't know like if there's any kind of difference between, or if you see that in comments based off of the kind of
Yeah,
things that you post.
I think so. I mean, we had a culture in school growing up. You probably know the Commodore 64, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. ZX Spectrum.
No, not
No.
ring a bell. No.
Lost me
Yeah.
there. Yeah, I'm familiar with the Commodore 64, but not.
Yeah. So sort of back in the 80s, they were the two big sort of like home microcomputers in England, and in school you'd be swapping tapes, you know, cassette tapes with games on with your friends and stuff like that in the schoolyard. I don't think, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, that's something you would have experienced in America, is the whole
No.
culture and the development of these games from 16-year-olds in their bedrooms, developing these games, sending them to small developers to be published. It's just it's a different world, I think.
I mean, you programmed. I think that's one of your claims to fame, right? Is you
At
programmed the
6.
game at 6.
Yeah.
6.
Yeah, I wouldn't really call it a game. It was just, I guess it was. Yeah, I was 6 years old and I had my Acorn Electron, which nobody in the world had. It just didn't sell. But its big brother was, you got like the educational computers in schools.
Mhm.
Back then, it was this huge thing with red F keys called the BBC Micro, and I had this little brother for home. And yeah, I learned
That's interesting.
I learned to code in BASIC and coded this very basic sort of game. I guess it would be a game that would just sort of like test your reactions based on the colors that appeared on screen, and you get a time and a result and everything like that.
That's
That's
awesome,
cool.
actually.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I
dope.
mean, AIM
Yeah.
Labs has a whole game about that. You're testing your reaction. That's AIM Labs,
Yeah.
basically.
But yeah, I didn't do anything else after that.
I mean, so like as I remember it, like yeah. So Commodore. I mean, I don't know. Like our first home computer, we were a little bit late to the game, but I think it was
Windows 3.1.
right with an
was the operating
IBM
system.
compatible machine.
Sure.
The 286, I think,
Yeah,
was the
had the
number at the end.
66 hertz displayed on the little LED panel that was on the front of it.
Right, and we would have had game consoles before the home computer.
Yeah,
So
CRT monitor.
obviously going back to probably just NES would have been our
Mhm.
first real game system. I think I mean, I have some remembrances of playing some Atari here and there.
Yeah.
But for us owning a game system, it would have been, we started in the NES age.
Yeah, I mean, I think another sort of semi-divide as well. So you had what we call the NES, but the NES. We had the Sega Master System, which wasn't overly popular where you are.
No,
is
not
it?
at all. Yeah.
No.
But it was huge here. Our nation was more of a Sega nation, where you was more Nintendo sort of focused. You had the Sega Genesis. I had the Mega Drive. That's where my
We
sort of
didn't even
real
have
life
that.
started.
Didn't seem like it hit really huge here over here.
Well, the Genesis.
Well, the Genesis did.
The Mega Drive, I believe.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
the Genesis is the Mega Drive. It's just
Okay.
your version.
Right. Yeah. I mean, Genesis. And I would say that Mortal Kombat, right? Blood Mode. I think I posted about this the other day.
That
I
was
think
the best game for that.
that was the line in the sand. I think for most Americans, at least kids
Mhm.
our age, is when we got rented the first. We had Nintendo first, so we had an NES first, Super NES first, and we got rented the Mortal Kombat Super NES. And I remember hearing from my friends and buddies, oh, hey, there's going to be this cool blood. You're going to pull out a skull. It's going to dangle.
Mhm.
It's going to be great. And then we're playing the game and there's none of that. And I'm like,
Yeah.
yo, like, now obviously my folks, they didn't want us to have anything to do with that anyway. But we also around that time frame had a Sega Genesis. And the fix is to just go rent the Sega Genesis cartridge and you have all the blood and guts you needed.
Yeah, exactly that.
So for us, I think the real line in the sand where it seems like it just on an outsider's perspective looking in, somebody that experienced it, Sega really kind of came to prominence around that point. And I think for us, we started transitioning more into the Sega product.
Yeah.
We ended up, I think probably probably for us, the next system we had was the Dreamcast.
Was the Dreamcast, yeah, instead of the PlayStation 1.
Right.
We got
well,
the Dreamcast.
we didn't go the PlayStation route. We also didn't go the Nintendo GameCube route. So, you
Mhm.
know, like I think there was a dividing line in the sand for us as far as that. And that Mortal Kombat game might have been the moment where a large portion of the US was just like,
Shit.
all right, Nintendo, we get it. You got some fun games, but now you're kind of censoring us. And it's like, Americans don't like that shit.
No.
So you're like, Sega.
No,
Sega.
nobody likes that shit.
Sega.
Yeah. So I mean, so let me ask you another question. You know, you posted. Chet had mentioned some differences between cultures. You posted the Ninja Turtle dicks in the jar. So so yeah, there we go.
We already got suspended from Twitch. Why not?
Yeah, there he is. It's a little one. He's got a little guy.
He's growing.
You posted the picture of
It's growing out of shower.
of the turtle dicks, and I had made a comment that I prefer my turtle dicks fried. In England, there, in the UK, do you guys have fried turtle dicks, as it were, or is that a foreign food to you?
We have turtle dicks. We call them gherkins traditionally.
Jerking the gherkin. Yeah.
I can't say I've ever had them fried. I'm tempted to try. I'm very
it's
tempted to try
delicious.
I do like them on my burgers. That's pretty much the only time I like them. But I'll give it a go. Absolutely.
Yeah, well, we do them in spears, whole dicks, and we also chop them up into little chips. So
Nice.
It's delicious. So I wondered, because I was like, after I posted it on your post, I was like, he probably has no fucking idea what I just said.
No, can't say I've had a fried turtle dick, but
yeah.
Try it.
All right. Well, at least we found that out about you. And if this show does nothing else, it goes hard, right? It goes hard on the turtle dicks.
Yeah, we can now knock that off as a question in our minds.
So we kind of like. Do you want to talk at all about the website and what you do with that? Is that
I don't really do a lot with that. I've taken a bit of a back seat on that. I don't have. When I first joined the site as an editor, I had a lot more time in my hands. It was COVID. I got made redundant, and you know, I was working.
Martin and Benjamin.
Yeah. So I was working in retail management at the time, and retail is just like a dying trade. So I had a lot of time in my hands back then. Then I ended up sort of retraining to go into a future-proof sort of employment. So I just don't have the time anymore. I mean, I think the last review I wrote, it was about a month ago for Sandland. Nice little game, actually, not bad. But those two guys, it's their baby sort of thing, and I'm there just to do whatever if I want to.
So what's your gaming jam then? Like, what if you were going to go? I mean, I kind of know, but I'm going to ask you anyway for the audiences. What is your, you know, I'm going to go to right now and throw it on. I've got, let's say, an hour and a half to kill. I just want a game. What's your game? What's your system?
Currently, my main system. Yeah, my main current system is my PlayStation 5. There's a lot I can do on that. But if I'm going to go older, and I've been a lot more into my retro recently, just finished Silent Hill on PS1, and I'm now onto Silent Hill 2 on PS2. So that's what I'm kind of spending a bit of time on these days.
Are you doing emulation, or do you actually own the physical systems?
I got the physicals. I mean,
awesome.
I'm just valuing my discs at the minute. There's about 300 of them there, and
I saw that pile. You're like,
collection. Yeah.
He's like, I finally alphabetized them.
That's a whole lot. There's more.
What's your oldest retro system?
The oldest one I have. Let me think. Damn.
I mean, a Commodore came before NES, I believe. Then you got Atari.
Yeah, I think it's the Atari 2600. So that'd be 1982, I believe.
Okay. Do you own that? Or is that okay? Yeah. Okay.
I do. Yeah.
How many games are in that library for you?
Well, overall, I mean, I have 5, but there's a lot more. There's a lot more than that.
I think even Prince of Persia goes back that old.
Prince of Persia started out on the Apple II, which I think was after that, and everything got ported from that. I'd be interested to see if it is on the Atari 2600, because that's going to look shit. It really is.
We're going to get some stills, put them up. So are you? I mean, do you play? Do you have a Genesis? Do you still? I mean, I noticed you played Sega. You were playing Sonic not too long ago. What, the other night?
Yeah, I've still got my original Mega Drive, Mega Drive Mark One with the Mark One Mega CD as well. I have the Mark Two Mega Drive Mega CD also. It's all sort of like stashed away, just kind of in storage at the minute because my place is just too small to kind of like house them and display them.
Yeah, yeah. Did you have the Dreamcast, or do you have the Dreamcast still?
I did. I bought one. So before everybody sort of like jumped on the retro hype train and everything was still really cheap, I bought a Dreamcast with 4 games for about £15. So that's probably $22, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was probably 9-10 years ago.
That's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's very hard to collect now. Just with everything just going like that. It's
Well, I mean,
so difficult.
It's hard to. I think it's hard to invest. But I mean,
Yeah.
collectors, right? Like collectors are going to collect no matter what the cost. Sometimes, I mean, and I say that not saying that I have unlimited bank account with unlimited funds, but you know, if it's something that I truly collect, I'm going to collect it probably no matter the price. I mean, who wants to wait 10 or 15 years to own something that's quite a fucking long game if you can do that. Cool, man. Well, let me ask you this. You know, we like to kind of ask this of everybody that comes on. Are you a family man? Do you have stuff going on that way? Like, because I know for us, we both got wives. I've got like 5 daughters. I mean, he's got 2 kids. We find it's very hard for guys our age to actually have enough time to sit down and block out time for playing any kind of gaming, let alone retro or whatnot.
I get that.
Is there any kind of hindrances in your life, or are you able to, other than work, just kind of do what you want to do?
No, I'm a single man with no family.
All right, ladies.
No. I say single. I live on my own. I've recently become not so single. I have met somebody who does have a family.
Okay.
And that we'll see where that goes. I'm liking where it's going at the minute. I mean, I made a conscious choice to not have children when I was younger.
Sure.
And that's something I stuck to. And respect anybody that does.
Yeah.
Oh, and likewise, respect to you too, man. I mean, it's all a decision, right? Yeah.
It's just sort of personal choice, and
it is exactly.
I've met this lady. She's got children. I've met her young daughter. She's wonderful.
Awesome.
That's beautiful.
And yeah, I mean, maybe I will have a lot less time in the future. But, right now, I've got nothing but time. I'll finish work. I'm working from home. Shut down my laptop. On goes the PlayStation, and that's me there.
Do you consider a phrase that I hate in the gaming world, and that's why I'm so glad I'm in both gaming and collectibles and nostalgia. I hate this backlog shit. I hate the thought of a backlog. So I was actually kind of getting into it with somebody the other day, and I don't mean to do it.
Yeah, I've got quite the backlog. So
I mean, well, that's the thing. I hate the phrase. I hate the terminology. I looked up the direct definition of it. I guess I'm that kind of asshole, but I did. And it says, the operative language in there is that it's something that needs to be done. Like it stresses the word need. And it's like, okay, what are we, a bunch of fucking computer programmers out here? Like, no, we're not. You are, but we're not. And it's like, I'm not gonna. I don't have a backlog. It's not like Konami is on my ass to get 5 games finished and beaten today. But everybody abuses the hell out of the word backlog. So I guess I'm going to use it in term of this conversation. Do you have a backlog, Brian? That's
Nah. I just play what I want to play when I want to play it.
Yeah, there you go.
And I've got hundreds of games. And I know 70% of them I'm probably never going to play.
Your Steam library? You got your Steam library?
I don't really do Steam.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. All of mine are physical. They're lovely.
He's a purist. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I have got Steam, and I do my my little humble bundle subscription, $8.99 per month sort of thing, because I forget to cancel it. But no, I'm a physical man all the way, because that's just the way I've grown up, and I just don't want to change that. But
that's awesome.
I've got so many. I want to play them all. I'm just thinking about retirement. Maybe I will. But I know for a fact there's some in there that I know I'm not going to get to. So in terms of, let's say, backlog, I will play the ones I want. I know I want to play. I've got a ton of horror games that I'm going to play this October, because I want to shit my pants. And
get the scariness in there.
It's really, it's really difficult for me to do that because a long time ago, so I was 6 years old and I watched Aliens, and that screwed me then.
Yeah, I'll
ever,
do it.
ever since then, nothing has come near it. And
Really?
I'm searching for the one horror game
That
or
high,
movie
yeah, that high.
that's going
You're
to do it.
chasing that
Yeah.
dragon.
The only thing that came close was Outlast.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a 5-hour game that took me about 3 years to finish because after every checkpoint I turned it off. that's the only thing that's got me. But yeah, I'm still looking for that one that's just gonna keep me up at night.
So, well, from a gaming standpoint, or even just a movie standpoint?
Both, yeah.
Both, yeah.
Yeah,
So, is
absolutely.
Aliens the movie? Is that what we're talking about? Was the fear factor for you?
Yeah, that's the one that dulled my senses. Yeah, that was the one.
Yeah, I've got these. Have you ever heard it? Did they have Tales from the Crypt Keeper where you're from?
Yeah, it wasn't. It's one of those things that I play after midnight on like a what you would call cable channel.
Yeah. I've got a vivid memory of this just one episode and one scene that just scared the ever living shit out of me. And I don't remember what the episode was about. I just have a visual of what happened in that scene, and like to me, that's the scariest thing in my life that happened. Like,
what movie? I missed it, bro. I froze.
Like cinema. Oh, it's Tales from the Crypt Keeper.
Okay.
We had started, like, it was at the house in Seminole, and somehow we were watching it because we didn't have HBO. No, I think it was on HBO or something like that at the time.
Yeah, it was.
Something about that. It just scared the daylights out of me. And in terms of just those core memories, to bring that back from what you said, that right there is like the scariest thing. And since then, I've just never been able to hit that. Oh, it scared me.
Yeah, I mean, mine was probably the library opening scene in Ghostbusters.
Oh, I love that.
If I've got to, pure fright factor, and I like watching like this until the day I could not watch like that any longer and had to visually take it in. That was mine. It was horrendous. Like, I think I found myself, kind of zooming past or wanting to not come in the room if it was on TV until after that moment.
Just that face,
yeah.
I get that, and that's pretty creepy. I mean, I was babysitting my young nephew and niece recently, and they've not been exposed to the original Ghostbusters, so I was like, right, sit down, you're about to get a lesson.
You're the cool uncle, yeah.
Exactly that, because I don't have kids, I got all this cool stuff,
Yeah.
We can sit down and we can chill out, we can have fun. So yeah, I put original Ghostbusters on, and it got to the library scene. I said to my little niece, I was like, all right, just be ready. And then it happened. She was like, "Is that it?" I was like, "What do you mean? Is that it?"
That's everything.
Yeah. This guy's living trauma his entire life. I mean, like, is that it?
And the other scene too, like, I mean, I think, I don't know how many years it took me to want to sit on a piece of furniture at night with no lights on when the dog arms come shooting out of the fucking couch that grabs her and everything. I was just like, man. Oh, there are so many parts of that movie that truly terrified me. Because I mean, I was maybe 7, 8 years old.
I think things were more believable, like in the 80s and 90s, in terms of like those kind of special effects. Now everything is computer generated. The kids have tablets. There's internet. They're on these things constantly. So they can easily debunk them. In their own minds too. Like, in terms of where we were, there was nothing like that. So these cheap special effects, as kind of campy and B-movie as they seem to today's standards, were amazing and also terrifying.
Absolutely. I mean, they're so exposed to pretty much everything today. It's hard to scare kids because they.
And you try, I know, and I
try very hard.
Oh,
yeah, my
that's my other channel.
Kids are going to be in for a treat.
Yeah. Have you introduced them to the retro gaming side of things? Like, I mean, do you try to put them on a system?
I don't need to. They're already there. Well,
awesome.
My partner is, and she's a bit older than me, so she's kind of there already. So yeah, it's all good there. She's nerdy, but not as nerdy. We'll get there. It's a work in progress.
Yeah, that's still.
Hey, we're nerds, but we're cool now. Yeah. So
absolutely.
It's all in. I've got a daughter, my 15-year-old. She I don't know where it came from. It came out of nowhere, but she is super, super retro enthusiast. I mean, synthwave music, old 80s pop. She just got done painting her room. It looks like some old skating rink style colors on the wall and stuff. I mean, it's nuts. Yeah, she likes VHS tapes. She comes up here and does the CRT TV, and I've got this couch behind me, and then I've got the CRT like right in front of me here. She's watching the VHS movies. I made sure. See, now I played this game smart. When I bought the VHS collection, I threw in some stuff the wife and the girls would like because I've got all daughters. So while I do have Jurassic Park, E.T., and the Great Outdoors, I also have Dirty Dancing, Pretty Woman, and Fried Green Tomatoes. So,
Of course you do.
Fried Green Tomatoes is an amazing movie. Like, regardless of what gender you are.
Fried Green Tomatoes and don't get me wrong.
It's amazing. I don't know if you've seen it before, Brian. But
I know the title. I don't recall ever seeing it.
What about Pretty Woman? Pretty Woman? You've seen Pretty Woman?
Yeah, just the once. That was enough.
Same with Dirty Dancing. Like, you can only get so much Patrick Swayze.
Oh man, I've got two younger sisters, and I got put through that so much.
The Dirty Dancing?
Yeah, so much that they forced me to do the dance and everything with them.
Oh, were you doing the move at the end where you're holding the No, I've had the time.
Exactly that. There was one time I got sort of like so fed up with it one day, and I sort of like did it and threw one over my shoulder, and her face kind of went into the wall and just started crying. I was like, oh shit, what do I do here?
Brothers and sisters. I've got a boy and a girl. Yeah, and they're constantly at it like that. So.
Well, Swayze probably did that in one of those takes. We have no idea. We didn't get to see them all.
You'd have to, wouldn't you?
You would have to.
Just launch it real quick.
Dude, what's your favorite sitcom from the 80s or 90s? Which is obviously that's a tough question. I couldn't give you one, but if you had to pick one, what do you think's your favorite sitcom?
See, we didn't get a lot of that over here.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, the closest thing we would have maybe Only Fools and Horses or The Young Ones. They're very British.
British stuff.
Yeah, we didn't get Cheers and stuff like that until sort of much later on a channel that nobody ever watched anyway.
So what about like Full House, or what about never seen it? Okay, what about Family Matters with Steve Urkel?
Wow.
No.
What the actual fuck, bro?
My cultural mind is being blown right now. Like this. Yeah. Like this is instrumental to like him and I's growing up.
What about Alf? When I post pictures of Alf, anything?
Alf, yes.
There was Alf. All right.
Yeah, we did have Alf on occasion. And do you remember Dinosaurs?
Yes.
Yeah.
With the puppets. Yeah.
We had that as well.
That was amazing. Not the
Holy cow. Well, all right. So we're gonna have to do a watch party, I think, at one night, man. And we'll just anytime we'll all just have some drinks. We'll sit down. We'll throw on an episode of Family Matters with Steve Urkel, and we'll show you the cultural revolution that took place on this side of the pond, man. It's crazy. Like you can't spell late '80s, early '90s without those films. At least in this country.
TGI Friday. Yeah, no, not Fridays, but TGIF was kind of like the programming syndicate that was running this kind of.
It's CBS, I think, was the.
Well, yeah, but it was like 4 different shows. You had Family Matters. You had what's that one with the. You
had Boy Meets Girl in there, Boy Meets World, or whatever.
Patrick Duffy was in the other one with the roller coaster and
Step by Step.
Yeah.
None of these ring a bell for you. I can see him. He's blank.
So she's like, I don't know what these guys are talking about.
In the 80s, without cable, how many channels did how many terrestrial channels did you have?
Let's probably call it conservatively around 30. Let's say somewhere
without cable. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
We had 4.
Oh my God.
And 2 of those were BBC.
Oh.
Holy shit, dude.
Yeah.
So it was just Doctor Who, basically.
I didn't even watch that.
Oh my gosh. So in the movie, all right, so have you ever seen National Lampoon's European Vacation? Have you ever seen it?
Just recently, actually, as well.
Okay, so when they're sitting in that French hotel room and it's 2 channels, one is snow and one is cheese, is that what the fuck was going
That's pretty much it, yeah.
Oh my God.
It's where my love of cheese comes from.
Oh man, it sucks so bad.
Bro, I'm so sorry. Oh, we're doing this. Yeah, we're scheduling this one of these evenings, afternoons for us. We will have to bring you on, and we'll do. They're 30 minutes or less. I think we could probably knock an episode out in like 22, 23 minutes tops. We're gonna do it, man. I've got to treat you like you've done coming on the show. I've got to treat you to some cinematic greatness.
Look forward to it.
Yeah, for sure. Well, is there? I mean, look, dude. I mean, obviously, it's been a cool time.
Yeah.
I mean, I could kick it all day long and drink pints if I had some pints. Anything you want us to know, man? Like what do you want, you know, to say, if anything? I mean, is there anything in closing? Anything you'd like to plug? Anything you're thinking about doing? Like, what do you got? What do you got for the future?
I mean, I got nothing really. I'm just going to keep on doing what I do.
Hell yeah.
It's not going to change. I'm always looking for sort of new. I mean, I don't know if you noticed in my account, it's very sort of like thematic. So I will sort of like find one thing, and if that works, I'm going to make a theme out of it. Like recently, it's been I picked the 4 best-selling games per console in a specific year, and I would go through those and really upset people by sort of making them choose one sort of thing, and you just move through the years.
Yeah.
So I like to find themes, find what works. Like I used to do these, you know, review this game in. It was like, give this game a 1-word review. They used to do really, really well. I've now changed that into, you know, review this game in 3 words. It gives people a bit more.
I've seen those. Yeah.
Yeah. And that seems to be sort of doing all right as well. And I posted one, I think it was Yoshi's Story this afternoon. And that was like an instant, within an hour, sort of like 150 odd likes and a lot of comments.
Nice.
And stuff.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, unfortunately, the interaction doesn't really represent the following that I have, which is unfortunate. I mean, got to take into account how many might be bots and things like that.
Sure.
But they do get reduced on a daily basis. So I'll look at my account every morning. You know, I'll do my research for the account every single day. I'll see what the anniversaries are. What can I do different here? What can I do different there? And this is all for the, you know, for the people. Just like making them happy, and I just want to give them the best sort of content. So I'll spend a bit of time each morning sort of doing that before I go to work, or even while I'm at work.
We won't tell anybody.
Hey, don't tell mine. I won't tell yours.
Yeah, but it's just
like they're Americans. They don't know what they're talking about.
But finding a theme and just seeing what works and sort of making something regular out of it. Like every Saturday morning, I'll post my Saturday morning cartoons. And I've got like 100 cartoons in my head, some of which you guys didn't get, some of which we didn't get. But I tried to cater for.
We'll have to pay attention to that because I want to know what you guys got that we didn't get.
Yeah, I mean, this morning I posted Tiny Toon Adventures, so everybody got that. But there'll be certain cartoons over here which were very British. I don't know. Did you get Danger Mouse?
I know of Danger Mouse, but it was not huge here.
Not huge here, but I'm just like him. I know of Danger Mouse.
Yeah, and Count Duckula was another big one over here. Just a duck vampire. He was pretty fucking cool.
Was it part of the Disney franchise, like in terms of like DuckTales or anything like that? No, it was just a random duck vampire.
No Disney, no Hanna-Barbera, no Warner Brothers. It was just British cartoons.
Yeah, I mean, I think I've heard of that one.
We might have to have a series with him.
Yeah, definitely.
Show him the American content that we were subjected to during.
Well, it's for both of us on both sides, right? He can show us his. And
I would love to. Yeah,
we'll have Aladdin singing over the front of it. I can show you the world. It'll be something.
I'm sure
we
all got that. We all got Aladdin.
We all got Aladdin.
Yeah. All right. So last thing here, parting advice for maybe people who are just kind of finding their way in their own brand, trying to figure it out. Like, is there any one thing that sticks out to you that you would say to them?
If you enjoy what you're doing, just keep at it. I mean, it won't come to you right away. It never does. But it's about finding your niche within the niche. I mean, I've never really put a lot of thought into it. I think I was in the right place at the right time. You know, retro was just starting to boom, and my account was there then. You know, 9 years ago, however long ago it was. That's when it started kicking off, and people started, you know, romanticizing about the old days. And yeah, I mean, I say to any new accounts, just be true to yourself. Do what you want to do. If you're in it to gain popularity, fair play. That's entirely up to you. I can't advise on that because that's not what I'm in it for. It just happened that way.
Yeah.
You know, as long as you stay true to yourself and you're happy doing what you're doing, then you can't really go wrong.
It's that authenticity. Exactly. Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and like I say, that's what I like about what I do is I have that mantra and I use it in life daily as well as my account. I don't change for anybody. Like I said, I could make so much money on this. I could. I choose not to. I choose to just carry on doing what I do and doing my full-time job, which I really
I
enjoy.
love that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
yeah. Chet, you got anything?
I'm good, Brian. It's been awesome. Thank you
Yeah.
for
Fantastic.
showing up and
Yeah. Thanks for asking
participating
me.
with
It's been a
us. Yeah,
pleasure.
man. Again,
Yeah,
like maybe we will have to kind of set something up in the background, where we have kind of this trade between American and British 80s nostalgia that we're all missing out on. I think that'd be kind of a
Yeah. I
cool
mean, I'm
segment.
sure on both sides, you're missing out. I've missed out
Hmm.
for certain by the sound of things.
yeah.
I reckon, we could show each other a lot.
Yeah, we'll come up with it on the backside. We'll figure something out.
Mhm.
And dude, it was my pleasure having you here. I know that the time
Yeah.
difference kind of made it hard for us to get everything worked out, but I'm glad you gave us a shot. I know we're kind
Yeah,
of the
man.
new kids on the block. We model ourselves slightly after kind of your take. We want to be authentic as well, and we're just
Yeah.
we're doing us. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
this is how we do it. So
I'm happy to spend time with anybody. I mean, there's been new accounts that sort of sprung up in recent years, and I've kind of like helped them grow with my advice. And now they've grown, their accounts have kind of changed a little bit now.
I'm
There's
sure it happens.
yeah, there's one in particular. It's become less about the gaming and more about the person, but that's their prerogative. Gain the following, and then they change. It's up to
Yeah.
them.
Well, I mean, yeah. I don't think you're really gonna find that from us. We're pretty authentic dudes. We just like to have
Yeah,
a
I mean, you
good
guys are
time.
awesome.
I
Yeah.
mean,
So are
not
you.
a
Thank
not
you.
a lot of
Thank
fakery. Are you guys gonna stop sucking each other's dick and I can end this show or whatever? Jeez Louise.
Actually, yes,
Uh,
we need to because I need to go drink some beer.
it needs to, all
Oh
right.
yeah.
You go get another drink, Chet. You go get another drink. TV land out there. Thank you for joining us. This was a great hangout. I can't wait to see you again, Brian. We'll talk about it on the back channels. All right, y'all. Bye, y'all.
Look after yourselves.
Peace.
Take care.
Peace.
Welcome back, everybody. That was an awesome interview with Brian from Nostalgic Gamer. Audio? Got audio?
Can you hear me?
Yep, there you are.
Okay, cool. Yeah, dude, I forget how to work microphones. I get right
From the
after.
minute we get back from break, too. It's like, what
Yeah,
the fuck
well,
am I doing?
I mean, it's because honestly, like sometimes we have to break away for a minute to do something, and we get sidetracked when we get back on, and we're just like,
Oh, yeah. It's a 40-minute interview. There's a lot of time going on there, so
yeah.
that's
So
where
I
it's
mean,
at.
but anyway, dude, yeah, I think we're maybe getting throttled, man. It looks like viewership is way down tonight. There might be something going on as far as I don't know, Twitter being kind of mad at us at this point, right? Like we saw the great wrath of Twitch. I posted about
Yeah,
that.
they suspended us for 3 days.
So the Twitch decided that our movie was too risque for them, and you know
Little
what?
racy.
Honestly, I agree. Like I don't.
It was a
not
bit much
agree.
for us, too. Like, we don't want to, like, go on this thing where we're just constantly watching movies with titties. But honestly, like, some of these movies that we're finding that are just so horrible that they're great, they're just overwhelmingly filled
Yeah,
with titties.
yeah. No, it's
So,
an epidemic. So
yeah.
while we don't mind the tasteful
Mhm.
topless moment in a movie, it seems as though we've irritated the delicate sensibilities of a few of these social sites. It's maybe possible that's going on with Twitter as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of go into our gaming for tonight, and
Yeah.
then we're going to switch gears on the movie. We might figure out another way to finish Rollerblade.
Mhm.
Maybe it's something we finish, and just put on YouTube, and we'll send you guys a link or whatever. But
Yeah.
we're gonna switch gears on that.
We'll find a way to do it for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I think that movie
We will not be silenced.
deserves its due. You're right.
Let the puppies breathe. Let the puppies breathe.
That's what I'm saying. So, what are you gonna game with tonight, man? What are you gonna play?
Tonight, I'm going back to an old school, slowly skating in the regular skating rink direction. I'm going to do Super Metroid.
I'm surprised you didn't stay on the sports path game. Like we were on this sports game kick, but you're gonna take it in a direction that's great. Like we're off sports. You're like fuck sports. we're going Metroid.
Well, I feel like that was always kind of your thing that you did with sports games, and those were things that I did to spend time with you as a younger brother.
I got you.
Was
Yeah, I
play
follow.
sports games.
Right.
So
And that goes back to the whole player 2 thing, right?
and brother, yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about that. Did we bring that up already? How we're going to talk with some people, some followers that are going to.
No, we did, and we definitely
Okay.
want to bring that up.
Yeah, just real quickly, we are going to reach out to some other brothers who are gaming, and hopefully, we're going to be able to get this whole thing sorted out. It's almost like a therapy session every show that we do.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
this is another one of those things that we're learning about each other. Is that there's a player 2 syndrome? It's an actual thing.
There is, yeah, and look, and there's also a bond too, but there's also some like, probably some unresolved issues there too that might exist.
And there's player 1 syndrome. I mean, don't get it twisted, man. We allow for there to be equal victimization of both the old and the young. But yeah, man, what's up? Let's see this Metroid.
Yeah, and
let's
we'd
get
love
into
some
that.
reach out from the crowd too. So if you guys happen to be in a similar situation where you grew up with a younger and older brother kind of scenario there, please reach out to us. We'd love to hear from you guys and see what your thought process is on this entire situation that we're talking about right now, because I think it's a thing. I think it's something that exists for sure.
Right.
But yeah, we'll see. But yeah, I'll get
No.
into some Metroid, some Super Metroid.
Share
So
that beautiful bean footage, man.
let me add that. Let me present. He's presenting.
He's presenting.
Oh, look
there
at
we
him.
go.
He's presenting.
It looks good. The colors just pop, you know.
Right? It's a great game.
I remember Super Metroid. I just don't remember the gameplay as much, right? I remember the colors.
Yeah.
I remember the time.
I don't think you and I got into a lot of non-multiplayer games while we were living together because we always had somebody to play with, and there would always be somebody pissed off if somebody else was just playing the game on the only system we owned.
Right.
You know, fine, I have to wait. I have to wait for my turn. And like once we got older, waiting was just no, I'm not doing that.
No, right. We'd rather just not play it at all.
Yeah, I'd rather die.
I mean, so this would have been a title that was on Super Nintendo, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
yes, this is an SNES title. I played this at Michael S's house.
Okay.
Sweet Cabbage.
Yes. Yep. So this would have been in that same vein as like Super Contra, right? Like we had a version, an 8-bit version of Contra, and then all of a sudden you get like this sweet 16-bit version.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that that's kind of the same thing that this kind of follows that same vein.
Yeah, and
like
same guy. Like I played Super Nintendo's version of Contra with Sweet Cabbage
Yeah.
at his
Well,
house because
you got to play that game with 2 people, man. I mean, you really
You
do.
had to. Yeah.
You really do. And I think that's another great thing about a lot of these Super Nintendo titles. It seems like they learned the deal. Maybe there was feedback from the crowd that, hey, check it out. We've got 2 kids. They do not want to wait. Like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah, there was a lot of player 2 syndromes writing in to the Nintendo staff. Tired of waiting on my older brother to be done.
I feel like that is the essence of player 2.
It is.
That's
It
the
is.
whole
It's in a
thing.
crying voice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very frustrated, very ADHD, very sad.
It comes from a very,
It's
very
my turn.
tense place.
Yeah. I see that in my my youngest son. Like I see that.
Really?
Yeah.
He's got player
Easily.
2 syndrome?
They all do, man. If you're
Oh,
not number
wow.
1, if you're not in first place, you're last.
Thanks, Ricky Bobby.
Yeah.
He's like, that's crazy, Ricky. How could you believe that? I mean, there's second place, third place. Hell, there's even 14th and 15th place.
Okay, I think okay. So I can use my those buttons to angle. Sweet. Oh, let's go through there.
Your paddles, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, my bumper. I think it's the bumper on this controller.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the bumper. I can also do it manually, but it's easier to like hold and run and do that at the same time.
Yes.
If I use the paddles. But fuck, now I'm calling it a paddles. Damn it.
Don't call it a
It's
paddle.
not. It's not a battle.
Paddles are down here, not up here.
Hey, look me in the paddles when you're talking to me. Eyes up here.
I'm up a creek without your paddles, bro. Like I need
Look at all
you
these
to.
dead folks on the ground.
Well, it happens, you know.
It typically
Samus.
does on space stations. Just doesn't seem like very safe places to be. Really.
So what's the true? What's the real story behind Samus?
Have you seen the movie Aliens?
Yeah, sure.
It's kind of like the same thing,
Really?
bro. What am I doing here? What's that? Oh shit!
Oh, don't die! Don't die now. That thing looks pissed, bro.
He does look pissed. Oh,
Oh! Don't get fucked up in the first level. I don't see an energy. Oh, wait, never mind. I see an energy bar.
yeah. I think it's like one of those things where it might just be like, I know that's my energy, bro.
Yeah, you're getting screwed, dude. Oh, 37.
Oh,
It's-
God. I think I'm supposed to lose this one. I
No
don't know if I'm supposed to
way.
win or not.
Dude, you're dealing him damage. Like, yeah,
I
you're
know,
supposed
but
to win. Oh no. Yeah, you haven't quite gotten the feel of what the fireballs coming at you. Oh, jeez.
told you. I think yeah. See,
Emergency.
it was just one of those things.
It ate up some power though. You better get out of there, dude.
Yeah, bro. A minute. Of course, all the lights are on, and the enemies come back. They're like,
Every light
Yeah.
in the board is on.
they're like, all these enemies that were gone just somehow came back out again.
Respawn, man.
Oh God! And there's
Fucking
Steam.
respawn. Don't let the steam get you.
Try not to, man.
It's the steam. Oh, you're done.
It's not the temperature.
It's the humidity.
It's
It's-
humidity.
Dude, that's such a great joke. I don't remember who told that joke. You know what that was, right? The joke, the setup for that. Okay, so
No.
so here's the setup, right? The guy's like, I want to move to Miami and create another basketball team. He's like, I wanted to compete right with the Miami Heat. He's like,
Mm.
I want to call it the humidity. He's like, because it's not the heat, it's the
It's the
humidity.
That's awesome.
Oh,
That is
it's
really
so
funny.
good. Yeah, the joke's told way better. But whoever that
On
comedian is,
ZBs.
I fucked it up. But the joke's way better.
Yeah, I mean, if we were comedians, we wouldn't be here right now.
I mean, we still might be here, right? That could work.
That's true.
It could work. I was playing some baseball earlier. It was pretty fun.
Which baseball game?
This one was just called Baseball.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Original title.
Yeah, and I mean, way more fun than I remember Bases Loaded being.
Really?
Yeah.
Because that was a major game.
No, I know. It's a
right,
major
so-
award.
That's a major. So we'll have to do like bases, or is it Bases Loaded that I talked about last time? I think that's one of the robot ones too. Bases Loaded.
Maybe. No,
There's
that's not one of. What was that baseball game that was with the robots?
Base Wars.
Was that what it was?
Yeah, it was Base Wars. We got to play that sometime soon. Once we get Parsec up and we can play it together,
Okay,
which we will have by next week, folks.
we gotta have that.
Yeah, because we're gonna play that. We definitely have to play arcade Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles together.
Yep. No, I totally agree.
And maybe we need to have some like skating rink talk. Like, are we the only people? Oh God, let's keep going. Yeah, let's do that. There's no fall damage.
How do you know? Oh,
Yeah, because I've played this game before. Spoiler. I've done this.
spoiler alert. Dude, yeah, I just figured out just now that I cannot actually play a game and watch you play a game.
Yeah.
It doesn't work.
No.
It doesn't work. I'm having one player syndrome over here.
So basically, you're like player 2. Like when I was too young to even like play games, and you would just give me a controller to hold, and like I'm sitting there pressing buttons the whole time and thinking that's happening.
I don't. You were older than that when we started gaming. Though.
Yeah, it's true.
You were. Older.
Everett's there, so like that's what Everett does.
He's got it. Does he have his own controller?
Yeah, well, not really. I give him like a controller that's disconnected, and he shoots it and plays it.
So, like Mattel at one point, I think when the middle girls were young, they actually had these little game controllers. They were in a game controller shape. They had the joysticks, they
Mhm.
had D-pads on them, they had buttons on them, but they all kind of made a little sound, right? Like some kind of gamey sound.
Yeah.
So we gave them those, like
Oh,
when I was
that's
playing a game.
awesome.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
they could sit there and kind of fart around with that controller thing. So
Sure. Yeah, that's fantastic.
yeah. Yeah, it's why they're
You know,
so
because like they don't
great at
care.
games. No, they
No,
just
they
want to
just
be a
want to be
part.
part of it. Yeah.
Yeah,
They just want to be part of the whole thing.
I just want to be a part of the whole thing.
God. Ugh.
Yeah, that's not working out.
I need my rockets. How do I switch my rockets? There we go.
It sounded like you said I need maracas. I'm gonna switch to maracas, bro.
Maracas.
Maracas.
Baraka with maracas. Oh god.
Oh.
More rockets. I love hearing like, yeah, I just got rockets. So I come into this secret room. It's more rockets. Thanks.
We've got extra
Yeah,
rockets.
that's what I needed. Was more. I needed to spend more rockets to get into this room.
Where do you put
get
those
more
rockets,
rockets.
bro?
They just
Where
come
does-
out of your gun. I'd imagine.
Are
I
they
don't know
in-
how
Are
it's
they in a
stored.
pocket?
I have 5 rockets.
Are they pocket rockets?
Well, if you look at the size of them, like yeah, you're right. I don't know exactly where they come from. Like it's kind of strange. I think that's where I got the Neil ball from. Right? Okay, it's not there. Fuck you, light.
It's gonna get you.
It's gonna get you. Crossfire.
Crossfire. You'll get caught up in the.
All right. So, how far is Pensacola from you?
I don't know. A long
Okay.
way.
I mean, I would imagine it's closer than where I am right now, right? Oh God, everybody's here.
No, Pensacola's out in the freaking tip, right? Like you're going out to Tallahassee.
Yeah, only the tip.
The Pensacola tip drill. Is that what's going on here?
Yeah. I'll be out there. Well, I mean, I hope to see you before then, but I'll be out there April 25th of next year.
Oh wow. Okay.
Again,
Really...
I hope to be there at your place before that. Okay. But I will at least be up there, and I'm going to be taking some time kidless.
What's in Pensacola?
My friend is getting married.
Okay.
He's a fellow brewer. We know each other for a long time. His birthday is 1 day away from mine. We're the same age, basically.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So, like, spending some time, you say, like, how many days are you gonna be there?
Well, he's being married. I think we're doing a weekend, but like I could probably take some more time off because I don't take any vacation time
Sure.
at all. So
get
I
him,
could
bro. Get him.
oh god, I could take some time off to spend some more time and meet you up there where you're at.
Yeah, I mean that'd be great too.
I could meet you where you are, with the context of what has been.
What? What the fuck did he just say?
Right?
Oh my
Like, what does that
God.
even mean?
Yeah, dude, sounds great. Let me pencil that in.
Right?
I don't know exactly when, but we're gonna do it.
I'm gonna do it. All right, I got the ball now. I don't have
Really?
that ball yet.
He's
I
on
need
the ball.
bombs. Yeah.
You can't kill it.
Well, he's off the ball, really. You know, well, I have to have the bomb option, which that's this game is all about that. It's like, hey, backtrack a million times to get to where you were earlier in the game,
and then find it again.
and then find it again.
Good luck.
Yeah,
It's a great game though.
it is. It's fantastic, and like it has a really cool sci-fi feel to it in terms of like it's just kind of like scary a little bit. The music is dark and yeah, it's a great game. They add a lot more features onto it. We can plug into save. I think. Yep, map data saves your map and opens it up.
Sweet.
Right,
Awesome.
Okay. There we go. Again, wasted a bunch of missiles to get here. Not really cool, but what are you gonna do? Ugh.
You're gonna waste missiles, bro.
I'm gonna waste energy in here too. Not being able to shoot for God.
That's a solid save, you know.
Yeah. That's a good save right there. I'm glad
Good
we
save.
saved right at that point. Is there anything here that I need? Now that I can do things.
So
Oh,
we
I think-
found another movie to play for everybody that is here watching tonight. We've
Okay.
got another movie. I'm not sure if it's going to fit the bill, but it is a last minute. Chet really hooked it up.
Yeah, we had to. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know any more than you do at this point. But I will say that you had to kind of hook it up at the last minute because we think that there might be something going on with the bit of a shadow ban because
With the titties.
he's like, I don't want to show him, but I'm going to say it.
I mean, I'm hoping that we can at least say it
Yeah,
on
well,
the free speech app.
I'm dancing around it. I'm just kind of tiptoeing around it because I don't know if that's the case or not.
Are you tit-toeing around it?
I am tiptoeing around it for sure. But you're telling me that this one is going to be good.
Well, as far as I can tell, there are the tit ratio is yet to be seen. I don't think there's many.
Okay.
I don't think there's any at all, really. But
we're going into with a good faith, right?
yeah,
Like,
it's hard to tell. It's an 80s movie. It's 1986, so I can't be certain there's no tits.
right. Because that was just going on. It was going on in the
Yeah.
80s, you know?
Yeah, there was far more tits. You know, I mean, the interesting thing is I heard like Gen Z doesn't like to fuck.
What?
Yeah, bro.
Okay. That's a rabbit hole I don't even know that we want to go down. He's like, and as you said that, the last 11 people left. So they were all Gen Z.
It's a hole I don't think they want to go down.
Yeah. I see what you did there. I see what you did there. You're good, you. You're good.
There we go.
Oh my god.
Hey, another ball. How's this
Another
one?
ball, another day.
Oh, I get my bombs. Sweet. That's big time. That's huge.
You dropped the bomb on me.
That opens up a lot of
Baby.
holes. Oh god, there's a boss. I know. It was a callback. It was a good callback.
It was. You're on it tonight. You're on one. Oh, that
Oh,
dude
God.
He doesn't look friendly. Make it happen. Shoot some rockets at him, bro.
Oh god.
Rocket Man.
Oh, I forgot. You got to get. Stop
Rocket
getting up.
Man. Girl, I'm
No.
I think it's going to be a long, long time.
I think this is the last time I died too. Is versus this guy. I got 17 energy. It's
You're
not working out
done.
very well. Yeah, my bombs. They're like, here's these bombs you just got. Are they effective against this guy? No, they're not. He's like, why did you give them to me?
We would like for you to roll over and put these down. Oh, no, they don't work.
Yeah. No, not here. Not here. Why would you think that? Why would you think you should use those things that you just got? All right.
Are you done with him? You're done.
Yeah,
with him?
yeah. Movie time for a little bit. We got about 17 minutes. We'll check this out.
Okay. Did we roll with a movie where we think we're going to have commercials, or do you think this is a commercialless movie?
This
whatever
is
is?
commercial free.
Oh, commercial free. Fantastic.
Yeah. So the synopsis, like, first of all, this movie is called Born American. It's from 1986. What's funny to me is it's called also known as Arctic Heat, which I don't know many movies that have an also known as. You know, like-
Can you imagine? Like, just think of all the great movies.
This is the
we've ever seen.
Godfather. This is the Godfather, also known as a bunch of Italian guys.
Ghostbusters, also known as. Oh my God! Yeah, there's so many. There's so
some slime.
many. Oh my God, that's so great. Also known as.
Also
Okay.
known as Arctic Heat. It's like Born in America. Why is it called Arctic Heat?
This is like our show start today, right? Like
Yeah.
Throwback Shack, also known as TBS.
It's funny. It's like they're in Russia. This is not the Arctic. It's Russia.
They're gonna teach you how to be American, bro.
All right. Yeah. The crazy part to me is that the director of this film, this was so successful, I guess, that the director of this film ended up moving to Hollywood and directed such films as Die Hard 2, Prison, Cliffhanger, Deep Blue Sea,
Whoa.
A Nightmare on Elm Street 4, and The Long Kiss Goodnight.
I mean,
So
what's his name? Dick McCheeserson? Like, what's his name? Like,
it's like it. His name is Rennie Harlins.
that actually sounds familiar.
Hmm.
Yeah. So wow. So he directed all those other films, but they all stemmed after the success of this movie here.
Correct.
The success of this movie here.
Correct. Because you remember Born American, also known as Arctic Heat.
Can you spell that? Is it Arctic Heat?
Arctic.
Okay. Arctic.
Heat.
Okay, I thought you were saying Arctic Heat or something like that. I'm like,
Arctic.
God,
No,
that sounds like very like Norwegian. Like,
Well, it's kind of like a parakeet,
okay,
but
an
not
Arctic
quite.
Heat.
It's Arctic Heat. Yeah, it's
Oh,
a not
Arctic
not really
Heat.
well known relative of the parakeet. It's an Arctic Heat.
The
Arctic
Heat.
the Arctic Heat.
Well, I was like, I kept thinking to myself, I'm like, what the fuck is he saying? I'm like, oh,
Arctic Heat. Arctic Heat, also known as Arctic Heat.
Born American, also known as Arctic Heat, and I'm like,
Project Arctic Heat. You're like,
what
what?
the fuck does that have to do with each other?
Yeah,
Like,
Arctic Heat.
yeah.
And again, it's like people like they go over the border from Finland to Russia,
Oh,
and
where
that's not the Arctic. But
they spread the Arctic Heat there.
Yeah,
though.
let's see where we get from here. So I'm gonna go ahead and cue that up.
Do it.
Cue it.
Do it.
Give me the throw it on there. You know it's there. Cue it.
Do it. Hold on. Oh, it's so
It's
good.
there.
It is. It is. Hold on. Wait a minute.
Do it. There it is.
Cue it.
Do it.
Cue it.
All right, folks.
Here we go.
Vladimir Village.
Vladimir Village.
Vladimir Village.
It's
where
where all
Putin's from. Yeah.
it's where all the bad Vlads come from.
Bad Vlad.
He was a Vlad lad.
Is she running from reindeer? Yeah, she's running from reindeer. Yeah. I gotta bring my brand up to get my sound effects too.
Oh, this is not good.
Are they killing her or the reindeer?
I think it's like.
baby.
Oh. Miles across Europe. In some places, it's heavily fortified.
Accidental border crossings are not uncommon.
All right. So they don't know where the hell they're at. That's what's
Mhm.
going on. Yeah.
A cruise ship is not an accidental crossing. Okay, they're in Helsinki. Alrighty. Mike Norris. It's Chuck Norris's brother.
Mike Norris.
Mike Norris.
They're like, it's all we can afford.
Yeah. Did you get Chuck? No. No, we couldn't afford him. I got Mike, his brother. He was available.
Fucking
Nothing
Mike.
else going on,
To
surprisingly.
us. This might be our last trip together, guys. Let's make it a good one. I'll drink to
Turns
that.
out he's only into gymnastics, like
He'll
not
drink
karate.
to anything, Shep.
That's true.
And he insisted that him and his co-stars all
Listen
dress
to
the
this, you
same.
guys. It says here that this square was built by the Russians over 100 years ago.
Well, Russia's not far from Finland, just across the border.
Yeah, but it's already starting to feel like Siberia.
You're gonna be
Yeah.
pissing icicles.
That was that joke right there.
That was poop, that joke.
It's starting to feel like Siberia. So all I've got is small red car.
This is great. This is it. This is it. What do you think? I like it.
It's called a
I
car.
like it. You know, it's like a cross between the Bluesmobile and the Batmobile.
What?
Oh. The Bluesmobile and the Batmobile. Everybody knows what the fuck that is, bro.
Let's see. What rights to what songs were they able to afford? Guy's got cash. Bought a car.
Yeah, let's go.
Do Finnish people drive on the right side of the road? Is that a thing? He's
mean,
fixing the
starting-
car already?
They got themselves a real cherry ride.
And they had tools to fix this car.
Did you doubt Mike Norris?
I shouldn't have. Well, that's where you
Yeah, we
throw
should
the
beat
piss
the Arctic
bottle. You
Circle
didn't even
by
have to
an hour.
stop.
After that, we will really be up north. Listen, you know, it says here that the trees and the animals in the Arctic Circle are different than anywhere else in the world.
You don't say.
You know, it also says that it can snow during the summer.
Give me that book.
Throw it out the
Come
window.
on.
See?
Give me that.
Just red
You
line on the map.
fucking
It's the border
nerd.
between Russia and Lapland. There's everything you need to know about Lapland in there.
Lapland. Oh,
Lapland.
you Savoy. You want to know about
Lapland.
Lapland? Of course I do.
Where's the
Tell me,
section? Lapland.
what about the bars? They topless?
It's a fucking tour book,
Well,
man.
I tell you ain't gonna find out in this book.
I'll
what,
show you
Casey?
Lapland.
You really got to get rid of this cheap literature.
Just
No, I told you he's gonna throw it away.
Arctic
Nerd.
Circle. Polar Circle, whatever.
Is that Kiefer Sutherland? Oh, no, it's Mike Norris.
You guys
No, it's
doing?
Mike Norris, dude. That's why he's so recognizable.
Come on, Rich, get in here.
It looks like a poor man's Kiefer Sutherland.
That's why this
Come
movie's
on,
so
now
popular.
smile. Now give me that famous Mitch Shepard look. Explorer extraordinaire in the
Mike
Arctic
Norris.
Circle. Just take the picture. Wait a minute. Hey, KC! Come on, let's go. Out of the car.
You can't handle the truth.
Bro, he is fucking Chuck Norris's son.
No, it's not.
Yes, Michael R. Norris is an American actor. But born in 1962, he's the eldest son of actor and martial arts champion Chuck Norris.
No fucking way.
Yeah, dude, I just looked it up.
I knew it. I knew it had to be something.
Yeah.
Oh, only about 150 kilometers left.
Yeah, he was in Born
Still?
American. He's the first
Oh
lead.
my gosh.
The North Pole.
This is Chuck
You
Norris's
bet. I
son.
want to hand deliver my Christmas list.
You can't make this shit up. Yeah.
Mike,
Look at that.
I am your father.
What a disappointment.
Wanted you, Savoy. Thank God you did join the
I mean, he doesn't do shit for karate.
Bro, I am not buying a
All
Bowflex
right.
from this guy.
You know, maybe we shouldn't be using the gun so close to the border.
Yeah? Well, if you would, why don't you go in the car?
What? Walk for 3 miles back through the
What a
snow?
shit idea. We should
Don't
move
be
closer
crazy
and use the
person.
gun.
Alrighty,
Of
Chef.
course you shouldn't be using the
Scorpion.
gun in a
Put her
foreign
on ice,
country close to the border.
Nah, you should be.
Yeah.
is
Nobody
the
will
road-
mistake us.
It's the
Good
road trip
shot,
I want to
Mitch.
be on.
Come on, Casey.
This guy's an ace with his fucking
No
his
way.
bow and arrow too.
Hey, come on, Casey. Give it a try. Once a Boy Scout, always a Boy Scout.
Come on,
Come with your
bro.
pop-ups, Come on. You gotta at
I'm
least give
Chuck
it a try.
Norris's
Give it
son.
a try, Casey. Prove your manhood.
Prove your manhood.
Well, all right, Mitch, if it makes you happy.
Shoot the bow. Fucking Mitch.
I fucking dig Mitch more than I love fucking this guy. Chuck Norris's son.
He can really act. He's got some chops.
What'd I tell you? I can't do this.
You know, you could do it if you really wanted to, Casey.
Well, maybe I don't really want to.
Maybe he doesn't.
The fuck?
Yeah.
All right, wait, hold it.
Yeah, there's a lot of context.
Okay,
Just
just go in
missing.
the moment. Someone work for you.
Like nobody fucks around this hard, like unless they're drinking, and they didn't show any drinking at all. Like,
Okay, now hold it.
They're just high on life, bro.
yeah, we're expected to believe these guys just love each other this much. They're just having this much fun. I've had this much fun out in the woods with like a friend of mine, and we were just wasted up our ass of alcohol and like Adderall, and we were shooting pistols, and it was fun as hell. It was so cold.
Was it in Russia?
No, it was in Alabama. It might as well have been though.
Could have been dangerous.
It could have been Russia. I don't know.
Limbo time and plant your feet.
We were on like a hunting camp. It was only us
Limbo all night.
doing stuff and drinking.
You make you feel
I don't know
alright.
if I could mention that.
Limbo all day.
I'm
Limbo
prescribed.
all night.
what we
Hey,
were
what
thinking.
you say? Coca-Cola. You make you feel alright.
Well,
what
look,
you say?
I say this
Mike
is
can
a
limbo, you know.
Very good idea.
Whoever said it was. You know, you pays your money and you takes your chances. See
Takes your chances. Good line, Mike.
What the fuck does that even mean?
This is ridiculous.
Yeah, that's what we're thinking too, dude. This guy's the only guy with sense here.
Thousands of people cross the border to get out. We're crossing it to get in. See ya.
But you want to tell everyone that you're the first asshole to ever do it?
No,
You're gonna cross the border
I
into
wanna take
Russia.
pictures with your camera.
I could have sworn they said it was accidental. Like in the
Oh, yeah.
synopsis of the video, these guys are just actively trying to breach the Iron Curtain.
Well, and that's why they're gonna fuck with him, right? I mean, honestly, because they know that they did this purposefully.
Mm.
There's
I
no
mean, I would
accident.
fuck with them. Straight
They got-
gulag, bro. Gulag.
They got bows and arrows, demigorgons. They got all kinds of shit.
And there's a watch station like right there. This clueless Russian soldiers like right there.
Do you think Chuck advised his son on this movie? He's like, don't do
It
this. son."
had to have been, bro. Like,
This is the Iron Curtain.
how could he have not? Unless he was like just busy on Firewalk or somewhere.
You know, Casey, I bet your pictures make the cover of Time.
Make the cover of the Moscow Tribune.
This was
Get the shit
1986. What movie was
Just think about
Chuck
it.
Norris making in
Only a
1986?
couple hundred feet away, one of our fellow men there's never even tasted
Maybe
Coca-Cola.
Firewalker,
out. Hey,
dude.
drink Pepsi here. Listen, if you think we gotta get
Delta
back,
Force.
You go back if you want, Casey.
It was Delta
I'm
Force.
gonna check it out.
So Mike was like, I need to do
Get
something
serious.
Delta Force-esque.
I mean, who could object to a
Like
friendly
save my son from Russia.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
That
star
time
in
back to Baja last year. Place a
Arcakeet.
jogging path, man.
Parakeet.
you guys suck.
Arcakeet.
Artikeets. It's like a parakeet, but it's cold.
What if the clearing is mine?
What if it's mine?
Then
What if
the
it's
whole area
yours?
Full of dead animals. Got me move it.
Do you think he made the same mistake and thought I was an Arcakeet? Like,
Yeah. He's like, oh, that seems like a cool movie. Is it like a nature documentary? I don't know much about artikeets. They sound cute.
Arcakeets.
Artikeets.
Get it right,
What
bro.
was his wife's name? What supermodel was his wife's name?
Who?
Chuck Norris.
I don't
Richard
know. He didn't
Brezhnev
date a,
loved
date a
that.
supermodel that I knew of.
Died 3 years ago.
No, he did the commercials with her for a long time. They were married.
Gumby.
I don't fucking know.
I think he's been in like 15 marriages.
The dude had some solid tunes going on in that shack.
Yeah, for Russia. What the hell are they doing? Through barbed wire.
This is all an accident.
Yeah. How did we get here? Just take it easy. He's caught in razor wire in fucking Russia, bro.
Your turbo didn't say shit about this, Casey. Cut it out! He's upset, boy.
He's a cowboy.
Shit.
Shit. Oh yeah. Maybe it's just a light. Maybe there's nobody there.
They're gonna fuck him up.
It's gotta be automatic lights. Let's go.
In '86,
Yeah,
it's got to be automatic
I
lights.
can't. They'll find it when it gets light.
That'll be something new for me. Go, go! Go! Hurry up, Casey!
Okay, so the microprocessors and things like that needed to like make motion sensor lights weren't created until 1971.
Okay.
So still within the time frame, 15 years prior to this, but they still would have been very expensive. So yeah, I could still be like, oh, like the governments have them.
Oh,
You check your chat.
It's like
Check my
guerrillas
chat.
behind enemy lines.
Check your
Hey,
chat.
I wouldn't be such a hero, Casey. Hell, we could have smuggled pregnant elephants across the border and nobody would have
get
known
loud.
the difference. Come on.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to hold up here and
Better?
head back tomorrow, though. That search that was just a bit too
La,
close.
la, la, la.
Yeah, it cost me half my stuff.
Still
My
hot?
camera's trashed.
Hey, just wait till those Russians get a smell of your dirty shorts. Oof, they're gonna hate you.
I hate your guts.
Russians
Casey.
love to smell dirty shorts.
It might be one of their things in Russia to smell the dirty shorts. It sounds like a YouTube subcategory. Dirty shorts.
Salute your dirty shorts.
So why is he taking camera shots now? What the hell is going on?
I feel like that's a great idea. Let's add espionage into what we're doing here.
Maybe we should just tell them we're sorry that we didn't mean it. That was just a big mistake.
Like, did you smell these pants?
Yeah, big mistake.
Did you smell these pants, bro?
Find another point on the board
No,
to get
it's,
across.
did you smell these pants?
Did you? I actually watched a video on like how to talk with a Russian accent today.
Why?
Because I'm kind of interested in voice acting. I make a lot of good voices. I actually do like some really good voices, but I don't know a lot of like foreign accents.
You sound like Robin Williams right now. I do voices.
Voices. I found an easy Irish is like if you do English, you're gonna have to like just be a little bouncy with it and like act like you're asking questions with everything.
Nice. You might have been able to help these guys out.
Cool.
Mike Norris.
Sometimes you just have to do what they say. Hi, the Russian.
Yeah, all right.
It's just if you talk bouncy and ask questions when you do it. It's a
That's
little
not bad.
Irish.
Yeah, it's not bad.
It just has to be bouncy.
Bro, it totally blows.
Down
Keep working on it.
on a trampoline.
Where'd the truck come from?
I'd imagine it was at the like the station where they were at, the little like thing with the light. But they've been whisked away. We were too busy talking about Irish accents. Mike Norris.
Would you like to know where in the hell this whole truck is taking us?
Why would you like to know that? You're in Soviet Russia and you have no fucking clue where you're at. And they allowed you to keep your map.
Yeah, you're
We're
fucked, Mike
deep
Norris.
shit.
I think they just
I know we're
they,
going
they
south,
kind of jumped
but
on the back of like a
the
train.
matches
Like,
are
I don't
showing
think
you
they even
road.
know they're on
What do
there.
you expect? The fucking AAA?
There's no way. I think they were taken.
Through this whole
You think they just jumped onto an army transport?
I can freeze to death in the back of this stupid truck and no one will know.
See?
Yeah,
No,
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 I
no.
camp in Scandinavia.
Look,
This guy's the only.
you're the one that
Okay.
left your shit at the border.
Shut up.
You're the one that got us into this whole mess.
Look, no one forced you to come along, little man. When are you gonna
Little
learn to
man.
stand on your
Little
own,
man.
huh?
Look,
Which one of your friends do you call that?
This dude is not Firewalker.
using your heads instead of your mouths. We're never getting out of here.
we don't even know where the hell we are. I really think we ought to find some local villager or civilian or something. and
I'm
get
sure
them to
Chuck
help
Norris is
us.
deeply, deeply disappointed with his son. Over this movie.
They talk about this shit at like every holiday. It descends into
God.
this movie.
Bro, like I would set up every holiday meeting to be like this. Like when they showed up, I'd have the truck ready. I'd be like, hey, we're taking a ride. I would clown my son relentlessly.
A ride into the worst movie you ever
Yeah.
did in this family's name.
We're eating turkey in the back of this truck.
Oh god.
Okay, well now you're deep in the heart of the motherland. Why don't you use your map with no compass to figure out where the fuck you are?
Yeah, they're fucked, bro.
The bow!
Little man left the shit on the truck.
Little man's gonna grab a bow. You know what sucks is like I think he's gonna get killed first, but he's probably the most sensible person.
Casey,
in this
Probably
adventure.
all right.
Yeah, but sensibility doesn't make it through, man. You need
No.
a nut sack and a blind optimism.
Yeah, you need a dad called Chuck Norris.
Dude, if he helicopters in at any point, I'll save this film.
Yes. Yeah, right. He's the only person that can save this film.
Oh god.
He's like, I heard you sucked. I'm here to save you.
They're gone. It's just one little girl left there.
Oh god.
We've got to try to talk to her.
Oh, the woman. I'm assuming she. Oh, wait, car troubles.
Oh.
Oh God, yeah. Oh, let's start a conversation like that.
Please.
Don't be scared,
Don't
even though I'm acting really scary right now.
We need your help.
Yeah, it's not going well.
No. Get her!
Get her. You guys are not doing yourselves any favors. It's like not thinking the R word her.
Please, we won't hurt you. We won't hurt you. We need help.
Yeah, because she
doesn't-
understands.
Yeah.
Something wrong.
But do you speak English?
English. Of course she does. Everybody does.
How come she's not saying anything?
Ugh.
Fuck.
Soviet citizens of prison shouldn't understand.
What do you mean there's
Goddamn
other
words.
languages? Ooh.
All right. This is it. This is where we stop it.
It's the Ruskies. All right.
Alright.
That is a good spot. You're right. All right.
Yeah.
Let's pause. Isn't that where Fredo died?
On that river in Russia.
Yeah. Don Corleone took him out there to the same river.
Way out. Yeah.
He's like,
Michael.
I'll be right back.
Michael.
It was a trip to Russia.
It's the only place you could logically kill
Oh my
Fredo. You know?
God.
Makes
Yeah.
sense. Well, I mean,
Right.
it's not exactly. We didn't have a lot of time to prepare
Mm.
for that. It is horribly bad.
It is really
Horribly
bad,
awesome.
but I
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah.
I think
Well,
it fits the bill.
we only love it now because we know that it's Chuck Norris's son. And
Yeah, that makes it even.
bro,
does-
how spot on the nose though is it for us to have been joking about it being a Chuck Norris relation? Oh my god.
And it was all
Yeah.
day long.
That was non-scripted TV land. Like that was we had no
No, like
fucking idea.
I found this video during the break because we wanted to kind
Yeah.
of get away from the nudity that had been in there because we might be facing some kind of shadow ban. We had already been kicked off. Oh, not kicked off, but suspended from Twitch for 3 days because of that. So we kind of wanted to find a new direction like really quickly during the break. So yeah, that was awesome to see. It just randomly found a movie with Chuck Norris's terrible actor son.
Well, and the funny part is too, is I mentioned during that time when we were scrambling to find a movie, I'm like, I think what appealed most about the last movie is that it had some kind of famous person in it. Like, and here we go. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it doesn't get any less famous than Mike
Yeah.
Norris.
We didn't even know he had a son.
Yeah. But now we know. Now
Yeah,
I think we need to look at all the Norrises, find
We,
out.
that is a great idea.
The
There could be more
Norrises.
Norrises.
There's a Bud Norris. Remember
Norris
that guy?
I?
What was
Norris-eye?
Bud Norris in?
Who the hell is Bud Norris?
Yeah, well, there was a Bud Norris.
You remember a Bud Norris?
Yes, look it up. I
He's a
don't
fucking baseball player.
remember. There you go.
Yeah, he was in baseball.
Do you
Not a
remember
movie.
Bud Norris?
He was in sports. Do I remember him?
Oh shit!
Not really. Like, I think he was on the Toronto Blue Jays.
He was in such films as The Blue Jays versus the Yankees. You might have seen him in the Montreal Expos at Toronto,
Yeah, probably. I'm sure he played for more than one team.
aka a Major League Baseball
AKA.
game. Oh shit!
We're gonna
All
AKA everything from now on. Like it's Throwback Shack, AKA I don't know, Saturday morning bullshit.
Oh shit! Well, listen, folks, we've got a lot going on coming up. We've got
Yeah.
some really cool ideas, some stuff we want to do. Chet and I are never not thinking about something new or fun to do. So, have yourselves a great rest of your evening.
Yeah.
Make sure that you tell everybody to tune in next week. We
Please,
got
yeah.
another hangout hopefully planned. Some other cool stuff. Chet, what do you got?
That's about it from me. You know, like
It's a wrap.
loved. Yeah, it's a wrap. Bye.
Yeah.
I loved the interview with Brian. That was
Yes.
fantastic.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Nostalgic Gamer, for coming on the show. We appreciate it. It was a great one. They all are, you know. But yeah, I think we got another one coming up. We got some really cool ideas. Like I said, we'll hammer those out and get those out to you. You guys have a great night. For myself, peace out, TV Land. Chet.
Bye.
All right, y'all. We will talk to you later, and I'll see you on the threads.
Peace.